And we're live. All right. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up, shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay at home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards and the school teachers, law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel, whatever it is you do for a living. My barbers in the barber shops, hairdressers in beauty salons, nail techs. Shout out to security guards. Shout out to whatever it is you do. Shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. And an extra special shout out to the people who really do wish good for others as much as you wish good for yourself. Here we are on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Today is the 21st of October 2025, and we're definitely happy to be here. Indeed, having a wonderful morning. Running a bit late. I know I said 7:30. It took me a while to get started. I don't know. One of my computers, technical difficulties situation dictates. One of the computers acting really, really slow, which is my second computer that I monitored this live off of. But I'm here. And even though I said we're not going to be long this morning, I don't know if we are or not. So we'll just take it for what it is and enjoy the morning. Michelle Taylor, RN, big up yourself. Thank you for being here this morning. JC is in the building. Elaine Brown is also here. Millicent Townsend is with us this morning. I see Mistress B Talks Health and Wellness with a twist. Lil Red Gucci is in the building this morning. Thank you for being here. Sheldon Weldon, Wayne Nathan is here. Thank you for being here. Kaz Robinson, Senior Sexy. KK is in the building. Onika St. John is here. Grace James, Black Eagle. Thank you for being here. Patricia Jackson, Denise Sparks. Thank you for being here, lovely Aneka. Raddy's daughter is in the building with us this morning. Nans is here. Nisha in the building. Sharon Spence, thank you for being here. S. Diva. Trini L. Bay, big up yourself, brother. Thank you for being here. Sharon Spence again. Stacy Chen. Penals is in the building. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for being here. Let me go all the way to the top. Miss Goldie Robinson, first one in. And Miss Mervyn Point, Jamaica Kerr, was the second one in this morning. Mike Lawson, thank you for being here. But the chat changed to subscribers only, paid subscribers only. So, or should I say members only. So only the members are in here this morning because it's that type of a morning. Julie Tapper, Simon G, Audrey Wright. If I didn't call your name this morning, it's no disrespect. You know how that goes already. Tamika Wright, PG, Lady J, thank you for being here. Kaz Robinson says, nearly Christmas and me not ready, but me grateful for another day. Plenty did not make it this morning. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what, Kaz? I'm a kind of person that don't celebrate the holidays. I don't celebrate no holiday. I am forced to celebrate every holiday. So every time y'all see me celebrating, just know say I'm being held hostage. I'm forced to celebrate every holiday, but I don't celebrate every holiday, any holidays. I don't celebrate birthdays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all these other things. I'm not for it. British Jamaican girl, big up yourself. Karen Notice, British Jamaican girl is in the building. Anthony Vaz is here with us, and Banches just joined us. I don't celebrate all these because right now people are under pressure already. Right now, they have a government shutdown going on right now. There's real things happening right now. There are people right now who will not get a paycheck, even though I was saying they're still going to have to back pay these people. You would be surprised to know how many people do not have a nice nest egg or money put aside in savings. So when a rainy day comes, there are a lot of people out here who look like they're prospering, but they are literally living. Babe, how come you never hear the door? It did? Oh, I guess I'm all into this. I didn't hear the alarm. There are a lot of people out here who aren't prospering like we think they're prospering. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean to start off on this, because I'm not trying to scare anybody, but if you're going through it, you're feeling it. There are a lot of people right now who won't be getting their paychecks on time, And one thing I know that is going to be on time for sure, your bills. Your bills don't miss. If you pay mortgage, if you pay rent, if you pay light bill, if you pay water, if you pay all these, your phone, if you pay cable, internet, if you pay any of these bills, none of them are going to be delayed. All them bills hit the same time every single month. So when that paycheck don't hit every single month and you only one paycheck away, because you one of the people who you only have like one or two paychecks saved up to buffer you, you're going to be hurting. There's a lot of people going to be hurting. And then we have what's coming up next. Where today is October 21st. So what we have? Halloween. By the end of this month, you're going to have all the kids out. If you can't afford costumes and candy and all this other stuff, you're going to be out of the loop. You know what I'm saying? If you're not ready to go to the Halloween parties and the trunk or treat or the trick or treat and all these other things, that's one celebration. Next holiday coming up is what? It's going to be Thanksgiving. If you ain't cutting no big turkey and you're not having no big dinner or nothing, you're going to be out of the loop again. No EBT Thanksgiving, S-Diva. You're going to be hurting. You're going to be out of the loop. Hey, shout out to the ninjas in the hood, because I know a lot of y'all use EBT or your family members do. It's just something that we all know, right? So grandma and them, they might be skimpy on the Thanksgiving this year. She won't be singing, I got greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, hams, She might have to leave some things off the list. Or there might not even be a Thanksgiving dinner at her house this year, depending on how long this lasts. You see what I'm saying? But I remember during the election, though, when y'all were like, Kamala Harris, she's not even American. She's an immigrant seed. And if a woman is going to be America's first president, it should be a foundational Black American. I don't like her. She's not even Black. She Indian. She's just pandering to the Black community for votes. I remember when y'all was scalding that woman. Not scolding, scalding. Like when you throw hot water past something and scald it up, yeah. Y'all were scalding her. Y'all were doing her really bad. And you vowed to vote for this exact climate that we have going on right now. Everybody was trying to tell you, including her, what was coming down the pipeline. You just didn't want to hear it. Yeah, y'all fear-mongering, whatever. I'm going to be rich by Christmas. You'll see I have whole lots of money in my bank account by the end of the year. All they need to do is get this man in power. Where y'all at now? Y'all notice that we still haven't had not one of these people call in since all that? Not one of them has called in, because they know when they call in here, they're going to have to. You can't just call in and say, I like it and I'm doing good. Nah, you got to call in and explain to me some of the stuff that's going on and how this is good for everybody. Some people are getting no paychecks. None. Disabled veterans and those who are picking up their retirement pay from the military, those people might not even be getting their checks. So you love America so much, right? Your veterans are about to not get their checks. Yeah, but you love America so much, though. Yeah, and we love our veterans. Thank a veteran. Yeah, right. And your veterans are about to not get their checks. Boy, I tell you, I ain't crying about it. They crying about it. I'm sitting back and watching the shit show. And I told y'all that's exactly what I was going to do. See, I'm a law-abiding, tax-paying citizen, right? So I'm not telling nobody to go out there and tear up nothing. I said exactly what was going to happen. I told you what side I'm casting my vote for. And I also told you that I respect the democratic process. So whoever becomes president, then we're just going to have to roll with that. Guess what? I'm just rolling with what we got. And I'm watching everybody else who thought that this was going to be a joyride in the storm. You know what's funny? It's funny to see those people crying. They're crying so hard they can't even speak right now. Yeah, and I don't mean to laugh, because sooner or later it's going to affect everybody. But they're crying so much they can't even speak right now. It's a lot of people right now, jobs, hours getting cut, even though they haven't been laid off yet or anything. Their job hours are getting cut. Like, I hear people saying, damn, I only got 12 hours this week. What I'm supposed to do with that? I'm going to have to go try to find another job somewhere else. Your company's got to scale back because the company they're working for can't do it all because of all of the tariffs and everything else that's going on coming down the pipeline. You know what I mean? Hey, man, get it how you can. Enjoy whatever you. Voting has consequences. Yes. And I think this go around is a perfect example for everybody to see that it is important for you to be a part of the civic process. It's important for you to think clearly and be wise about your decision. Be educated about. That's all I tried to do throughout the whole campaign. I said I wanted people to be educated about the process and make an educated decision. You don't have to vote the way I voted, but make an educated decision. A lot of people were making uneducated decisions. Yeah. SouFLo veterans pay is not affected by the government shutdown. Melchizedek, veterans pay is not affected by the government shutdown. Military pay is not affected by the government shutdown. I'll find out in a minute. I'm about to fact check that right there. Okay, I am an undercover Republican, but gosh, says Denny Sparks, an undercover Republican. They found out quickly, they effed around and found out. What do you mean by undercover Republican? Be proud of what you are. Don't be undercover. Ain't no need for being undercover. Live out proud. We are in the times where you should live out proud. Audrey says they effed around. They found out quickly that F around and find out is really a thing. Julie Tapper says, that's why I love my Susu Jamaica and call it, oh, your Susu. Oh, that we call it partner. Big up my partner, woman. Oh, y'all still do that? You know, so that is an old, I can't say it's African. I know that it's an old Caribbean thing that has allowed. I saw grandma them buy and build up the house and fix up land and all these things over the years, you know, and pay college tuition for children. Some of my auntie and uncle them are college educated with them degree and things and these things. A true partner. So. Yeah. Dorothy T said, Dennis Sparks, did you hit your head? Right. The sad thing is everyone is paying the price for other people's vote. Yeah, everyone, but some more than others. Some more than others. Y'all got to understand this, right? Some people plan years in advance for everything. Some people, and I always told my audience this too. I said, get yourself to a place. There's a couple of things that I've spoken about over the years that it would help for us to rehash this morning. Like, for one, I encourage entrepreneurship, and I encourage you getting your money in different pieces from different places. I've always said that to you, right? Right. Don't put all your eggs in a one basket, Miss Ruby them used to say. So you put all your egg in a one basket and the one basket drop on all of your egg, then mash up, then that is it for you, right? VA negotiated, paid 2 years in advance, says Melch. Okay. Yeah, my computer is sticky stucky in, but I'll look into it to see if they're going to be affected or not, because they're my point of concern. Actually, they're my only point of concern. I'm not out here crying for anybody who needs food stamps and whatever else, even though, because a lot of people who need it voted for exactly what they're getting right now. But there are people who didn't vote for this, who voted on the other side, hoping for better, and ended up getting the short end of the stick. You know, there are people who, I see a lot of people saying stuff like, oh, if you should get up and go find a job. Well, there are people who are genuinely afflicted in some way, health issues, and they are unable to, and that is what they survive off of. You know what I mean? So those people, I feel sorry for them, but sometimes the good gonna have to suffer for the bad. But back to what I was saying. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. always be about your hustle and get your money in. I don't give a damn if you're baking cake and selling them online. I don't care if you're, you got you tie-dyeing clothing and selling your own clothing brand. I don't care what it is you're doing outside of just that regular, because once somebody cut that paycheck from you, then you're stuck. Another thing I always say is I try to tell people this. You see me? I'm a saver. I am a saver. Enough times I look at my vehicle that I drive and I'm like, something can't really step in at 2025. And then I'm like, no, something. I'd rather see that money in my account. I like when I go to my account, I see a 2025 ride amount of money in my account. And I know that I could actually pull that out and really buy a 2025 today versus me sitting in a 2025 looking nice. And then I look at my accounts and they're like, minus over here. This one is very low. The bank is notifying you. You have gone below the limit, blah, blah, blah. Save. I've always said it. Save. A lot of the times it's not even how much you make. It's really how much you spend. Because a lot of people out here making okay money, but it seems a little bit to them because they spend too much and always spending on everything. I like this. I want that. I don't know, man. I'm the kind of person like this. I would really, really need something and I will walk past it just the same way. I will find a reason not to buy it, knowing that I really, really need it. That's how I am. When you see me finally buy it, is because the other one is flat, broken down, cannot be used anymore. Just like here, my multiple computers that I use to do this. If the computer don't shut all the way down, start malfunctioning every morning, can't fix it, take it to the fixer. He's like, yeah, this right here is done. If it's not that, how much it costs to fix it? You say $75, it's an hour of labor. I'll get it up and running for you. You best damn believe I'm not gonna go spend no $500, $600, $700. You understand? That's how I roll. Plus, I have kids, and I'm always thinking about my kids. So every time I feel like I want to buy myself something, I'm like, when last you bought your kids something? You can't be walking around here looking all fresh, and your kids not. I don't care what people think when they see me, how I look. I think I could look decent in a regular pair of shorts or pants and a regular t-shirt, right? I don't need to fancy up or anything. Now, when I'm going out somewhere, I could put myself together nicely, but I don't feel like living that life on a daily basis. I'm more concerned about what if something happens in my house that requires a lot of money to be taken care of? Can I afford it, right? So, man, you'd be surprised to know how many people are out here just winging it in life. Like, God will bless me. God will take care of it when it happens, if it ever happens. I'm praying about it. I'm on the good side. The Lord's got me. Yeah, right. The Lord's got you if you got yourself. The Lord's got you if you got yourself. You heard? So you better have yourself. You better have yourself. We all know that. God help those who helps themselves. Yeah, the Lord got you if you got yourself. Come on, man. You got to do better. So it's a lot of people out here who wasn't saving. And when it comes to laid off, can't find the next job, this, that, and the other, then you hear the sad stories. And I do feel bad for some of you, but, and I'm not too far from it either. I never exempt myself from anything. I have a rule of thumb, though. If your bills cannot be paid for 1 year straight without you hurting, then you're not there yet. I should be able to have enough in savings to at least pay all your bills for 1 whole year straight without moving a muscle. I know this January is going to be taken care of, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, and then have some insurance in the back to back that up and something else. Because that's how we live in. That's the world we're living in. That's the world we live in. And we're grown people, right? We are grown people. We're not kids. But hey, they're going to do what they're going to do. And we're going to have to survive whatever it is that they do. Remember that. They're going to do whatever they're going to do. And when I say they, you know who I'm talking about. And we're going to have to survive whatever it is that they do. That's it. The name of the game is survival. Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Curse says, at Audrey Wright, smart ones make that decision. My prefect. Let's Bond TV, big up yourself, bro. Morning. Here we are. Beautiful morning. There's a couple of things we got to talk about this morning. Donald Trump is considering commuting Diddy's sentence. Could happen by the end of this week. Today is Tuesday. We still have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to see. We're going to talk about that a little bit. J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, I thought this one was pretty interesting. She did an interview recently where she said she has never been loved. And one of her ex-husbands kind of exposed her or outed her, said a bunch of different things. So we're going to get into that as well. There was a man that planned to shoot up the airport, Atlanta airport last night, and he was caught right before he did it. We're going to get into that. There's a police officer that I put up a previous video on who was caught he was caught by ICE. He was arrested by ICE. And there's something about this that I want to talk about. And even if you go back to the other video I put up about 2 days ago about that situation, if you look in the comment section, it's dated. And I said in the comment section, they are going to sync this video because they don't want a certain narrative to go out there. So there are things that they purposely will not give a lot of media coverage to. So if you do videos on that topic, they will literally make sure that your video is almost not seen, right? So we're going to talk all about that in a minute. Before we do all that though, dancehall artist Skeng. I don't know if you know dancehall artist Skeng. He did the song with Tommy Lee Sparta. Skeng has changed a lot in recent days, recent times. And we're going to talk about his new face tattoos. I have a little video here. We're going to talk about Skeng new face tattoos. And then I win. Remember yesterday I said certain things couldn't happen on a Rastaman stage. So I guess we've moved into a different time now. Okay. I saw Iwin yesterday. Iwin was basically burning out sodomy with a sodomite on his stage and saying, leave. But the way how he said, leave. So I'll play you that clip as well. Because I was wondering yesterday, how come nobody said nothing? And I guess this is where we are now. Now, mind you, I'm not saying this from a place of I have anything against anybody who is living a certain kind of way. I'm saying it from a place of observing our culture and where we are at now versus where we are coming from in my lifetime, right? There's two different type of arguments here. This is not me, but I'm bona fide upon nobody. That's not what I'm doing. I'm observing the changes, and I'm saying I'm surprised nobody said anything, and that person was actually allowed. Remember, I know this is. Let me start off here. I'm not even going to ask y'all where to start off. I'm going to start off right here. This is Sizzla Kalonji's show. This is not a show that Sizzla Kalonji was booked for, right? This is not a show that Sizzla was booked for. This is a show that Sizzla put together. Him and his people put this show together. So if he was, say, performing in Canada and he was booked for a big stage show in Canada that had like 20 other artists on the show, and they had employed a person who was over there doing the sign language stuff for everybody, you know, we could say, well, you know, Sizzla go pick up him money. We know say certain things, you know, but, you know, that's an artist. You travel, you work, you pick up your money, kind of like how if you're in the medical field, you can't be like, I'm not into that, so I'm not working with this care team, or I'm not treating that patient because they're this, that, and the other. You go to work and you do, and you go home, right? But this was his planning, him and his team's planning, that could not have gotten past Sizzler without an approval. Matter of fact, I believe that this is so much his planning, nobody could dare do that without asking him that. You know what I mean? Yeah, him say leave. You saw it, S Diva? Yeah, that I win. But so to see somebody like that on a Sizzler stage right next to Sizzler, because when I saw her first, I was like, okay, she's up on the stage, but she's not going to be on the stage when Sizzler come out. But when she was on the stage, when Sizzler come out, for sure. And, you know, Sizzler just run past her and do him thing, and she was even right there with him because she sign language really well, right? She understand the assignment. Plus, the culture is in her, so she gonna know how to roll with it and thing, and she's doing the thing. He didn't seem to have no problem with it. So Sizzler employed a homosexual to perform on stage with him at his show, a known homosexual. I don't know how the other Rasta them did feel about it. I'm thinking some of them did not know that who was going to be on the stage until they got to the venue, kind of thing. And then them say, yeah, man, when you go up on the stage, I go see so and so over there, so I do our thing. Just do your show and don't pay no mind to ours, in? Do your show and don't pay no mind to our heart and love everyone on this platform. Friends, big up yourself. So that's how it went. That's how it went. Before we get into the skank something though, I want to show y'all Iwayne. I thought it was funny when Iwayne said, you have to see it. Because Iwayne is one of them people that were, he might go burn a fire every time. So I was surprised that he did not burn a fire yesterday, only to find out that I'm the one that missed him burning the fire, because he sure did burn a fire. I thought he was afraid to say what he really wanted to say because this individual was on the stage, but it wasn't so. Why you look so confusing this morning? Oh, that's why. Why? All right, here we go. Let's find Iwayne. Here we go.
Legalize the herb, but not the Saturday, but not the bad. Clear, balance.
That's her beside him signing.
Life ain't no flipping joke. If you're me, legalize the herb, but not the Saturday, but not the bad. Clear, balance. That's the info. Life ain't no flipping joke. If you're me, legalize the herb, but not the Saturday, but not the bad. Clear, balance. That's the info. Life ain't no flipping joke. If you're me, legalize the herb, but not the Saturday, but not the bad. Clear, balance. That's the info. Life ain't no flipping.
Okay, to be fair, he did not say leave. He said level, like he was gonna say level, right? And then him saying lava and all those other things. He never said leave, but she's very much into it, which tells me that even the LGBTQ community now understands that. I mean, some of the words can be offensive to them, of course, if they're standing in a room and them hear burn out you and your lifestyle, they're probably gonna be offended. I mean, I would be offended if me did that. But if I'm in a room and I hear burn out all black man, come out, leave, I would be offended. So I guess. But she understands the assignment. And you know what, truth? What is truth is them people that probably talk off screen and don't have no animosity towards her. Nobody is saying, nah, move from around here, so we're not in them thing there. See, back in the day, it used to be like, yo, when Rasta did a dash fire, you know, I have to highlight this because we've come a long way and I need the world to see this. What back in the day when Rasta was dashing fire, even because I started getting tattoos early, right? I'll never forget, and I've told this story before. I started getting tattoos early. So I remember when, like, I was with a Rasta who was more into that than I was, because I was like a young Rasta. I was getting into it, but he was already in it. So me I par with them, ya people, I see it, because you par with who you want to learn from and all these things. And he'll be around the elder Rastam who they have like, one thing I admire about a lot of them that I came up around, they have like, they never work for anybody. They're not people that work for other people. And I saw that and I admired that. So this is back in the day in Miami. Them used to have them own store and them own restaurant and them own record shops and their own, you know, everything like that. From clothing store to records, music shop to all kind of something. Store will sell incense and these kind of things, soap and all the natural stuff that you have now, skincare products and whatever. So I went to go see one of them, an elder one, with the person whom we used to, you know, bill with. And I remember when I got there, that time I had my little picky dreads and thing, you know, them probably did grow out a little bit still, hanging out here and stuff. They're not even drop yet. And you know, them money, them locks long gone down a woy, all them beard lock up and them Bennett come back up here so and tie it round. So, you know them man there when them pass you just smell beer, incense, a burn and ganja. Yeah. So so I go to visit. I was just moving with the brethren. And I'll never forget, when I walk in the place, the first thing the man do him look on my hand them and look back up at my face like this. I'm a very observant person. It always been. So I'm like, okay, I'm being judged. But I never said nothing, right? I try to hold my composure and thing. And he never spoke to me the whole time I was there. He just spoke to the person I came with. And them, you know, them do them whole, Holy Emmanuel, like, King Selassie, Ja, Rastafari, and yeah, and greetings, King, and yes, my Lord. And that's how they talk. And I used to love that too, because the women were queens and empresses and, you know, I say beautiful princess, and these were the titles we used, and the men were king, and the liquor boy them was those are prince and king and my lord, and you know, with reverence to every how you address each other. I say I love this. Outside of that, I'm growing up in Miami, so you hearing, hey, what up, my nigga? You know what I mean? So we going from my nigga to yes, my lord, and greetings, king, and blessings, my lord, and them kind of thing. So I was loving all that. When we got ready to leave the shop, the rest of them do them thing, you know, pound up each other and thing, and lion paw, and yes, my lord, and me go up there now, I put up my hand, forget. I went up there, put up my hand, forget a lion paw, and the elder Ras look. He folded his arms like this and did like, it was blatant now, right? And did like this and looked at my arm, the hand. Because I have a whole heap of tattoo on the hand. But I have more now than I did then. Back then, I only had like this big one right there. So, and I never have none of them yet. And he fold him hand and lean back like this. And look on my hand like this. And then said something to the Ras that brought me there with him. Something along the lines of, make sure you teach him right, you know, or something like that. And left me hanging there. Me I expect a lion pass. I was like, man, you missed the opportunity. You missed the opportunity to actually teach me something. So ever since that day, I was like really paying attention to the Rasta them and how they move. And I started realizing that, like Garnet said, say, a man is just a man. A man is just a man. I used to think Rasta people were so different. And I realized you have some who truly live in a certain way. And then you have others who, them have a whole heap of beard and them have a whole heap of hair upon them head and them shout Selassie and Ja everywhere them go. But then you will see a rum cup in him hand, or in my bus of Hennessy over here, so, or in my sprinkle little coke in him weed, or, you know, he's fornicating all the time, or chasing skirt and paying for pum pum, and him love prostitutes and, you know, neglecting your family or beating up him woman and these kind of things. And I was like, yeah, you know, growing and learning. And And I'm like, after not knowing of this. And then I started studying their whole movement as far as this whole black upliftment, black curriculum, back to Africa movement, and these kind of things. I asked one of them one day, I said, so how come nobody now really move back to Africa? Because I talk a lot about moving back to Africa, Black Star Line and fulfilling Marcus Garvey's prophecies. And yeah, Marcus Garvey did start the thing already, and you're supposed to pick up. One of them gonna hit me with a verse like how the church pastor hit me with the verse. See, when we run well left the church, okay, man tell me about how dare you question God. Bye. No, you should have found the answer for me. But how dare I question? I was created with intelligence. I have questions, right? You ain't gonna dumb me down, but how dare you question and try to sink me with fear. Hear him now. Well, I have to repatriate first in the mental space, see? It's a mental journey first. So you have to clean up yourself and repatriate mentally first. That means that you're gone back to Africa already in your mind. You're not even there, so. See? Tell you the truth, I understand. But he was like, you know, if you not clean up yourself, purify yourself, you know what I mean? I said, that's why the fire is to the purification. So you have to go through the fire and purify I and I self. See? When you done purify I and I self, then you're ready for the trod physically into Mama Africa now, because you can't bring all them something here where you have for you go over there, so holy land, and go corrupt the place, you know. It took me about another decade to really understand what he was saying still. What he really said was, if you're frigged up over here, it don't make no sense to run go Africa, because you're going to just be frigged up over Africa as well and bring a frig up self over there. So if your whole mindset is this whole empowerment thing and empowerment of your people and back to the motherland as the ancestors would have wanted, you know, you have to make sure so you go with tools that you can use to do things that are uplifting. That means to learn a skilled trade. So when you go back, you can help build something or fix something or be employed in some way where you can sustain yourself. How you just gonna get up and run, go there, so and you don't have nothing? How you gonna feed yourself? Which part you gonna sleep? You have bills to pay. That's all around the world, you know what I mean? But he could have just said that to me. But the way I'm saying it lingered in my head for years. It still didn't make a difference to me, though. I was ready to cut the dreadlocks and then just go on. Cause to me, dreadlocks was not. I got to the point in life later where I was like, yo, dreads is just fashion thing. But you see, when we just start dread my hair, I mean, I changed everything about me. Cause dread wasn't just fashion thing for me. It was like a deep level of consciousness, and you have to walk a certain way, and you have to walk the walk there, and you have to talk the talk there, and you have to live it. Kind of thing. I wouldn't even want to be around nobody who had like dreads where, you know, men get dreads and like them twist it out all the way to the root and them style it nice. A gal hair business that we used to call that. And we are not women. So we don't style ourselves like women. You know, fix your hair like a woman. You don't wear garments of a woman. You don't move like a woman. You know what I said? So man did real militant about the thing, you know. And then it came to a point, man, life filters it out. I was like, oh, time to go to the military. Cut off all of that when my first son was born. And off to the military I went. And then, you know, I was in there trying to be civilian, not trying to be civilian, trying to be military with a whole lot of Rasta stuff in my mind, which is two completely contradicting ideologies. Was baffling in my head the whole time I was serving. But over time, you know what I'm saying, I had to like get past, because you're in there now, I eat stuff that you never ate. And them just ploof, and slap down your food by your plate. Started in basic training. They was a slap everything by your plate, and you have limited time to nyam that up as fast as you can. And as soon as you come out of the chow hall, which, you know, dining area, if you want to call it that, chow hall, we call it, they have a hill that you got to run up and run down. So I find myself now, you run through them. They're serving your food like, next man. I'm going through infantry basic. Next man, side by side. Go, eat. And you're like, get up outside. You're like, you're not even done, halfway done eating. So I learned to like just scrape up everything, stuff it right out. And they used to have a saying where they say, just ram it in and let the belly sort it out. It's all going to the same place anyways. So you learn to mix everything together. So me never care if I pork, them I serve no more. Or I ain't giving that what they was serving anymore. You see bacon mix up with this, mix up with that, mix up with that. You put your fruits with the food, with the everything just mix up in a one, and you just as fast as you can, else you won't eat. And go! And out of there you go. By the time I got out, yeah, eat now, taste later. That's one of them too. It was eat now, taste later, and then it was also just ram it in there and let the belly sort it out. Right? You're not thinking, oh, I'm gonna get a piece of the meat right here and put it together with a little bit of the mashed potatoes, and that tastes good. You have no time. It was just like, yeah. When I got so good at that when they were like, by the time them reach, go, I'm already out the door. I'm one of the first ones out the door already. When I came home and I tried to sit down to eat with my family, is the first time I realized that their doctrine works. Cause everybody sit down to eat. I'm just mash off my plate. And I'm looking at everybody. And everybody is looking at me. Like, you never ate like that. Damn, they got him. They got him. He is fully indoctrinated, kind of thing. So we move from Rasta to that. You know what I mean? Different ideologies going through life, growing and learning and stuff. So the Rasta thing, seeing them, I'm realizing now that these are people too. And they're going through life too. And at some point, you get to the place in life where you're like, I'm not saying you accept the homosexual act that an individual is involved in. You just cool with the people. You know what I mean? Like, we can work together. So here you have a gay person who knows sign language. She is probably the best on the island in what she does. So we're going to do a business. We want the best to do that part of it. She have to go up on the stage right there. So I think they're finally getting to that place. Remember, you know, I'm no hypocrite. I'm not back my words. I've always said this. I give a damn what you do with yourself. I've never come up here and made an anti-gay video yet. They used to call me Batman feet. Even today, they still call me that for it. But you notice say you never lick out against no Batman, you know, and no sodomite, you know, boy, cause you're one of them, you know. And that's what they keep telling me, right? No, I'm just a person who, remember, I know I left Jamaica at 9 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old. I'm just a person who, I grew up learning to, me I see that from a little. So I grew up learning to be someone who is not bothered by that. Like I've always had better things to think about. I've always had bigger picture to accomplish. And I think them, like Sizzla, them and them people there, they are also humans who are growing too. Cause you can't tell me nothing. If Sizzla was back in at the day when they just start Bonafire, cause that person that could not have been on that stage yesterday. Them wouldn't dip on the stage. Me not ask you, I tell you, them wouldn't dip on the stage. Our Sizzla wouldn't have done no show. Missy, I remember back in the day, the DJ, Sizzla attended that event. This is a young Sizzla. When fire burn hard, Sizzla attended that event. Him probably not remember it, but it's out there on video. Sizzla attended that event, and the DJ started playing Gauge. Gauge song, Dug in Your Throat, has a beat that from you hear the beat, the beat is super infectious. You know it's the song coming, it's like boom, 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 boom. That bass line and what them do with it, and boom, 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 boom. And then you hear, I don't in you, don't in you, don't in you. Sizzler grab the mic from the DJ and like, yo, turn off that bomber clock. Hey, hello, yo. Him go up there and grab the mic from the DJ and like, yo, don't come freak out none of our blood clot, y'all pick them round your boy. What the fuck you not talk about down in a witch blood clot throat? He fire we are burning after that, and that was old Sizzler. Not no more. Not no more. Now, somebody who is openly homosexual gets to stand on his stage and sign language so other people who can't hear can actually still enjoy and know the words of what is being said while he is performing. Know what I mean? So, obviously, we reached that time there. Only Sizzler can go do an interview right now where him sit down and tell me, say, you know, say I was just into the, you know, it was already been in the performance still, and I never really saw the individual standing over there or thing. But that would be a lie, because we know say Rasta very observant, and him now just run on for the stage. So I see Sizzler kick people off of the stage already, physically, one big foot, rah, off of the stage already. So the man dead and not perform right? So he definitely saw who was on the stage. Matter of fact, he approved who was on the stage. Right? Where's the SouFLo? Sizzler was on the stage with a fish. Well, I would say, just like I wrote right here, I will burn out sodomy with a sodomite on the stage with him. So you can take that over you want, take that. So while them are burn out, now showing you something, you know, many different things you're seeing. While they're burning out, they're contrary to as well. And in one sense, it is a realization thing. One time gone, Sizzler wouldn't take none of them awards. You know what I mean? I don't really need Babylon Award and them something that he go take his order of distinction when Holiness a Gate. One time gone, Rasta no mix up in a politics. Capitan go take him out of distinction and his whatever and keep him mouth shut and don't say nothing about what's going on as far as trying to get them to not drill in cockpit country or anything like that. And the people them who are real rebel-minded still, you would sit there and say, that would be the perfect time right there. You put me on that big-ass stage with a stadium full of people and say, yeah, give me that big award there. So I'm going to take the award. I'm going to take that award and I'm going to say thank you. And I appreciate this award. But Prime Minister, what really are going for you know what I mean? So what really are going for cockpit country? Because we don't like this, that, and that. And as far as we know, you've already signed over rights to XYZ to drill parts of cockpit country. Prime Minister, are you aware that cockpit country is Jamaica's lungs? And that fire gone. That fire gone. Them now burn fire like that again. Right now, Rasta depends some diplomatic thing, some diplomacy. Right? Let's Bon TV say at my age, I just see people for who they are. So, if you as a man, there is nothing you can do or say for me to see different. Same way for the women. All right, bro. But it got even deeper than that now. And not just if you're a man or if you're a woman, you know. It got deeper than that to being like this. If you're a good person, that's what I see. That's all I see. If you're a bad person, that's what I see. And that's all I see. You hear what I just say? It pass man and woman for me. For me is if you're a good person, that is all I see. And if you're a bad person, that's all I see. It's funny to see. I think I was ahead of my time because when we did just start YouTube and I was telling all my stories, one of the stories them that I told was how I ended up in a gay club in New York. Of course, we're talking about a decade ago. The amount of Jamaican them we did depend the one story there. Big body boy SouFLo that fish you want come fish up Jamaica with your pay you know. You as a what them used to call me, you as an agent. We know you as an agent. Somebody pay him for push this homosexual agenda in a Jamaica, and I'm like forced to defend myself, right? I just story me, I tell you now. I'm thinking I can share my life story with my audience and build an audience, and them I gonna laugh and all kind of sitting. And one bag of man I talk about big butt boy SouFlo. I ended up in a gay club in New York. I like house music, right? I love house music, especially when we used to like dance, just go out and dance. We used to love just go out and dance. Ended up in the gay club in New York, probably started in the UK. So when I was in London, there was a club. I think it was Hammersmith or something like that, ballroom or something. But anyway, we're going to the club. I'm like, I was walking outside in New York. I'm walking outside and on the sidewalk, and I heard that with some soulful singing and stuff. I'm like, damn, because I just came back from the UK, and I was like, damn, they got one of these in here in New York. So let's make a mad beeline, and it was in the middle of the day, and I'm like, club open in the middle of the day. This is my day off, so I make a beeline going out of the club. I went straight to the bar. I was like, where's your dance floor? Cause it did look a little up front. I'm here, the music I come from. I don't know which one of them where I forgot. He was like, the dance floor is right around there, around the corner. It's a big dance floor. I'm missing the whole way the man say the dance floor is right around the corner, like that, and him do him hand them like this and all that. I playing it back now, me realize I could have told from Milwaukee. The big old LGBTQ people, them flag was hanging in the front as well. Me never even see that because I never even didn't know what that they mean. I thought, oh, rainbow color, this means all people, God's people, the people of the sun and the rainbow. I said, this is going to be a very good club. Like, you know what I mean? That's because I grew up where that is what the rainbow meant. This is how we are back when, you know. Me never know where all of them something there. I'm telling that story 10 years ago. That story happened way before 10 years ago. So if you know how way back this is. Anyway, I missed all the signs. I missed the big old flag in the front. I missed the way the guy said the dance floor is back that way, and it's a big dance floor. And when you go back there, you go enjoy yourself. And he might snap and clap like this to them hand. And you want to drink, and what do you want to drink? I'm not pay attention to none of that. See? So I order my drinks. I'm going to go around there on that dance floor. I'm around there, enjoying myself. You know, not even 5 minutes in, I look. They were playing Aretha Franklin on house beats. We don't know how Aretha Franklin sing already, right? They might play Aretha Franklin on house beats. So I'm like, yo, I'm enjoying myself. And I look over like this. I'm still like two man dance rather close to each other. I mean at the club. I say, all right. I saw that in the UK already. It wasn't nothing that bothered me. Maybe I'm bridging them, like, you know, friends that came out to do some day partying in the middle of the day. I'm enjoying myself. I'm trying not to spill my drink and shit up. Drink a little drink on. I look over again, then the lock tongue, then the kiss, mouth and mouth. I beeline back for the door, right? Soon as I see that, I beeline back for the door. I put my drink down on the bar, and I ran outside. I was with a girl. And I told the girl, I said, why the fuck you didn't tell me that was a gay club? Because when we see the two men in my kiss, for some reason it slowed me down completely. I'm going to just scan the room because the dance floor was dark. And I scanned the room, and all I seen in there was man pan man. Man pan man, man pan man. So I friggin' like, oh shit. And me run out and put on my drinks on the bar, because the bar is right in the front. And out I went. I mean, I tell her outside, said, why you didn't tell me that was a gay club? And she was like, she had a laugh. She was laughing until she was crazy. She was like, oh, you didn't you see the big old flag when we walked in? I didn't think I had to tell you. I thought you just like the music. I said, yeah, I like the music, but what the hell did the flag mean? And she laughed even more. And she was like, the flag is their flag. Their who? That's the rainbow. She says it's not the rainbow. It looks like the rainbow, but the colors are arranged differently. This is the first time I learned about this, you know. The colors are arranged differently. I'm like, man, you could have told me, like, she was like, I thought you knew. That's why I didn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I saw me end up in the people in the club. I'm in there enjoying myself and shit. Doonch. Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go. But funny thing is, I've been to a club in the UK where it wasn't a gay club. It was a club where everybody went, but there were gay people in there who were not bothered. Like them real forward. Come in there, dance. And a man come dance up right in front of me, and I was like, and him just wheel himself where I'm going about in business. You know what I mean? Now, your Jamaican side of you, if we're being animated for social media, hey, if I did me and a boy come dance up in front of me, bust buckling on him face, you know, thump off a boy face, you know, hey, with a mash up. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Some of them motherfuckers big as hell, and you could tell they work out every day. Yeah, and they way bigger than you. Them time them in Margan scran in a rotted. Yeah, I was like 170. I was about 170, 172. Because I joined the military, I was 172. 172. And then big old chopping big man come wind up in front of you. You just be like, nah. And they leave. You know, them never press you like, what are you doing in here? So taking that same thing when I was in New York now, and I seen that in the club, I knew right away that, yo, if I end up in a one place where it's just them alone in there, then that's not my scene and I don't want to be there. But if it's a club where them there, where everybody else there, then me not gonna stop party because two body man in a place. I'm still gonna party. You know what I mean? Where's that Karen? Saban TV says it's hard to recognize a gay club from the outside because a lot of straight women go in and out of gay clubs. Well, I'll be honest with you, that day, now looking back, know what I know now, it wouldn't have been hard to recognize that club at all. It was evident that that's what it was. So the club had, you know, one of those roll down doors. I know, like regular open door, you know. You have like a garage kind of door, the industrial garage door or storefront. We have lots of those in like Brooklyn, and you have to push them up and then go up on the roller. That's how the front of that club was. And then push that up, and a big open space to walk in. Their entrance is huge. But the first thing you see when you walk in is a bar. Right? And right behind the bar is the biggest gay flag you've ever seen. I didn't know what the flag meant. I thought the flag meant rainbow people of the rainbow, not people of the rainbow like what it mean. No, people of the rainbow like when me did I think when me I grew up, like God created the rainbow and all of us are represented in the rainbow. You have the red people, them what them call Indian or native Indians. You have the black or the dark color representing different shades of black people. You have white people represented in the rainbow. That's what I thought it was. But it wasn't. So we've come a long way, man. We've definitely come a long way. So seeing all that, to going into the boom bye and about the boy and read then now to where we stand now with Buju Banton doing concerts that are put on by, you know, the Essence Fest, I think it is, that Buju did the other day. I was doing the research on it. But see somebody in that comment section say, oh wow, Buju start performing for them. The same people them where they that burn him out the other day and make him visa get take away and send him go to prison. So I was gonna say they didn't send Buju to prison because I remember that. But we're not gonna rehash Buju past, so me I gonna left that out and I said nothing. But the part where they said him performing for these people now, I asked the person in the comment section, I said, it's a concert. What do you mean he's performing for these people? Some of everybody is there. The person said, maybe you should do some more research. I said, please tell me, because I don't know if to start with this research you're talking about. And the person said, go and look up who is the founder slash promoter of this particular festival. And I did. And as soon as I hit the name of the person, it was that person popped up with their wife. It was a woman who popped up with her wife. And they're a married couple. And she is black, and she's married to a Caucasian woman, and them do that festival there, and you know, Buju is booked for the festival, and him go and perform and him pick up him paycheck. So I was like, oh, so damn, okay, now I see what you were saying. I don't have anything to say. Okay, so Rasta is evolving. Yeah, all right. Interesting. I have nothing to say about nobody at all. You know what I mean? When Nan say all walks of life, yeah, was represented by the rainbow. Nan said we work for a lot of them and we are unaware. Yeah, we work with a lot of them and we are fully aware. And we do it, forget we paycheck. So that's why when people were like, burn out Spice, cause Spice gone to Canada go perform at the where them do the festival where them have every year over there. So and I was like, oh, please. Because most of y'all talking about burn out Spice, cause Spice gone over there go perform at them LGBTQ festival. She's an artist. And I think Pompute did it the year after. But she's an artist. She perform at a festival. And she left. You know what I mean? It's just like you. I say a lot of you who are burning her out right now, you going to work in the morning, clocking in, and your boss or the persons you work right next to, fellow employees, they're that too, and they're open about it at work. You're even at work calling him ma'am, because that's what you have to do to get your paycheck, right? So don't come on the internet come go like you're all holier than thou. You burn out them people that dog, be a fishing nasty. Don't take the chill out. Stop. Because only on the internet you're like that. In real life, you're not actually like that. In real life, I seen you at work. And you work right alongside them, and you and them are friends, and you laugh at work, and you even all take on some of them mannerisms. Another thing that used to kill me is, as I'm growing older, I'm learning one of the biggest form of promotion is self-promotion and word of mouth. So if I start a clothing line, there are 800 plus people right here on this live right now. If I could get all 800 of you to walk the streets in a piece of my clothing, that's some expensive promotion. You understand? There ain't no company out there that's going to invest in you enough to put your business name on 800 people and send them out in the streets. Then I realized, I was like, yo, Jamaican entertainers are some of the biggest promoters of homosexual fashion designers. Yeah. The same man where I say, yo, bono tabati boy, him have on a full suit of Batman clothes. You know? So, and I'm wondering are they not thinking? Are they not, it's so hypocritical. But when you don't know, right? They even sing about it, right? Make songs about it, about the pieces that they wear. I would love for somebody to make songs about the pieces that I design and them wear. I never hear them brag about FUBU. So FUBU was for us, by us, made by black people, for black people. I never hear them brag about FUBU more than how them brag about Versace. I never hear them brag about FUBU more than they brag about you. You go down the list and just Google right now and say, LGBTQ fashion designers that are famous or whose brands are famous. And you will notice that Jamaican entertainers especially endorse every single one of those. And not only endorse it, promote them on a regular basis. So with that said, it was only a short period of time before they made it to the stage where the entertainers are performing. And now that they are on the stage next to the entertainer, I'm telling you what the next step is going to be. The next step is going to be one that is openly homosexual, singing our music, reggae, dancehall music. And you might think now it's not going to work, just like if you told me a decade ago or more that not gonna happen. Yo, SouFlo, one day, in the future, Sodomite, I got there on stage with Sizzler. Yeah, she go up there, do sign language and stuff, working right next to him at his concert. I would have said, man, move your blood clot and go. Stop talk. Don't talk them thing that can not happen. Remember I said yesterday, those of us who live to see the future and live to see the change, we will be the ones documenting. Those of us who, when we drop off at this earth, the others that come after us will live to see some of the things that we didn't see as well. So they'll keep it going like, damn, back in a SouFlo them time, that wouldn't happen, and it never did happen, but they did say it was going to happen one day, and here it is, right? Right, so exactly, Nans. You make yourself a walking billboard when you advertise people's stuff, a walking billboard. And that's like the most expensive form of promotion there is. And we chose to give the most expensive form of promotion to a group of people who we claim to not like or not endorse. Be a fish round ya. But you're in, who make your shoes? Since you have brag about your shoes so much. Oh, my shoes is made by Valentino this or by Balenciaga that fish shoes, Who make your pants? Okay, fish pants, Who make your shirt or you have on? Can you brag about your shirt and fish shirt, Nice belt you have on. Who make that belt there? Can you brag about your expensive belt? Fish belt, everything for your fish. So you talk about fish. I knew it was only a matter of time before this was going to happen. Me seeing it happen, though, is very different. Because I'm coming from an era where I thought it couldn't happen. So me seeing it happen, I'm going to reach old age yet what me I talk about. Well, back in my time, we didn't have an artist with the name Sizzler. Me I tell you, say them same thing they couldn't happen in a film time, Cause them man they used to blaze a fire, you see. All a one when name Capleton, he used to jump high in the air, so we used to call him the king of fire, Shango. Yes, them man them never mix up in a none of them body same thing, yeah. But now that me 95 is a long time ago, that it didn't even take that long. It didn't even take that long, but still they are young and stronger, and I'm observing it didn't take that long. So my prediction is down the road, you're going to have one who is openly who is going to tell you, I don't sing about sex, so why you worried about what I do? Everybody are going to be able to see them and look on them and say, that's exactly what they are. And they're going to live it in front of everybody. Kiss up them woman if a woman, or them man if a man, in front of everybody. Can't do them nothing. And then they'll get on stage and they'll perform our songs and stuff. And they'll be prominent in the dancehall reggae space as well. But no, right now, enough of them out there. Yo, fire for the boy SouFlo saying, burn out that blood clot, that not happen now, whatever. Yeah, right. Go and take that interpreter back off a Sizzler stage. Rewind the show and make that never happen. What did happen can't unhappen. That happened already. So you can't stay there talk about it not gonna happen. You're bound to kill a voice. It not gonna happen. It's going to happen. It gonna happen. Say Ben TV, so remember when Footer was burning them out one morning while wearing one of their designer shirts. Exactly. Yes, Nans. May I tell you, say it will come to pass. It will come to pass. We have been softened up. We have been acclimated. We have assimilated. Technology. And I'm not going to say it's good or bad. I'm just going to say technology has changed a lot about our culture. Back in the day, when we grew up in Jamaica, we never really know we are going to foreign, you know? And I suppose it was the same for all other Caribbean islands. You didn't know what was going on in foreign. If your mother did their foreign, she would have to write a letter, not true? Or send some picture. And remember the Polaroid camera them with them take and then them have to flash the picture so and they come out and then mommy write like something on the bottom of my picture. Love you, baby. This is mommy standing in front of a grocery store named Winn-Dixie in Miami. You will see it when you get here. And you can't wait to go for it because you want to see one store with the Winn-Dixie and it looks so big and special because you don't have nothing like that up in the hills of Clarendon where you come from. I just saw time used to stay. So you will never know say people up here 2 man a hold hand and walk down the road and man a wear long fingernail and a kiss man in a mouth in a public and then sitting there. We never know. We never know. Did it happen already and we never know. Because which part we come from are some long cutlass sharpened for any man with even dare look like say that him want to try. Him have to take for himself. Remember we used to say, yo, I'm fast. No, dog. And we talking about an athlete. With athlete, then we used to say, yo, brother, fast. You know, you see him running 100? Yo, I'm fast like 10 bottom on top of him, but like, no, can't catch him. That's where we coming from, right? So now to be where we're at and to actually see where we are see. You can't tell me, say, that now gonna happen. Wig with a beard. We never know. And then came the internet. And when the internet came, people are able to pick up their phones and everybody have smartphone now, you know. Even when we did have just the regular flip phone then where we couldn't go on no internet, we don't remember that? Yeah, we still never know. Because all your phone could have do was the little buggy phone them where you could have just dial number and you thought you were the shit. And you have cell phone now because and cell phone get smaller and can put in a pocket and then the expensive no rotted. So you can talk now like this and make everybody see your telly. Yeah, ring off my telly. We still never know. And then we got smartphone. Internet. And you can say, let me go up on this here and see what them are doing in Miami. Right now, party is happening in Miami. This is, and that's the first we were like, whoa, not 2 man that. Blood clot. But no, John, there are people in body party. How him not tell you say him do them thing in foreign? How him not tell you say him par with fish a foreign? Yeah? That's the first time we started. And then we start look on them and say, oh, them car nice, see? I hope I have one car like that one day. I like how them dress telling you because them look clean and thing. I want dress like that too. What kind of haircut that him have? What kind of hairstyle that she have? What kind of dress that she wear? I want a dress like that to look bad. You know? And then before you know it, here we are. Doing everything that they do. So that's why I say we have assimilated. We have assimilated. So a culture change. John is back. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hi, SouFLo morning.
Morning, family.
You're still up on the fish thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good morning again, SouFLo. Good morning again.
Morning again. The way you
yes,
say.
SouFLo.
Yeah.
The place is fishy. The place is fishy. And don't say that about John. Don't say that about John.
Don't put John in it.
No. All right, Jeron.
Yo.
Don't make SouFLo say that about John.
Well,
come on, man.
Well,
apologize to John, man.
Wait there. Did you see Sizzler 30th?
SouFLo, what a backside. What a galan.
You didn't expect that?
Right in our eye.
Right in our eye. Yeah, right in our eye. I tell you, things have changed. That's why I had to say something about it.
I can only see out of my eyes, but make sure blind on my foot, but I need a look.
Yeah. When I see it, you know, I say, no, I'm not sure. Somebody that will look like that person there, another person and that. And I kept looking and looking.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Holier than thou. SouFLo, I wonder if the holier than thou them I watch.
Remember, I know Spice bring out the person, you know. That's who you would expect to bring out somebody like that. And the Spice bring out the person, you know. You see who bring out the person? All right. Somebody
the great sizzler.
The great sizzler with the biggest fire past it like that.
The biggest fire.
Yeah. So you know what go on there.
SouFLo, let me say it again. The place is fishy, SouFLo. The place is fishy. Have a nice day.
Manners. Yo, the place is fishy. Make the fish them go and swim about, man. It's all right. It's all right. We can all coexist. You have to understand what I said to those. You would have expected Spice. I'm thinking beyond what happened. I'm thinking somebody put their mind to this. First of all, Sizzler gave the vibe that he was endorsing Andrew Holness for third term as prime minister. See? I said, okay. Now remember, I know. The other day when them said in Parliament, they were doing question and answer and they asked, was this for, how did this benefit the United States of America? And they were like, you spent $1.5 million in XYZ country to promote this kind of agenda. And the person answered and said, and they said, how did this benefit the United States of America's interests? The answer was, it did not. Okay, that's a waste of our money, right? This place right here, you spent $1.5 million US to promote the LGBTQ agenda in this country, Jamaica. So me hear them, yeah. So me say, oh, they spend money to promote the LGBTQ agenda in Jamaica, and I'm hearing it in Parliament in the United States of America, right? When they're having to account for where these monies were going and what they were being spent for, and is it a waste, or how did it benefit the U.S.? And did this benefit the United States of America in any way? The person answered, no, it did not. So now me jump over to the Jamaica side and I say, okay, upon Andrew Holness, watch this. And who collect the money there? And how was this supposed to be? What were they supposed to do to push that agenda? You know what I said? Hold on the caller. Give me a second. Give me 2 minutes and call back. What were they supposed to do to push that agenda? I said, all right. Because think about what I'm asking you, you know. What were they supposed to do to push that agenda? How do you push that agenda? And remember one morning we look up in Jamaica and we see, I saw the flag flying on top of the American embassy and it was the LGBTQ flag, but it was in Jamaica. So I said, damn, okay, well, you know, anywhere the U.S. embassy is considered U.S. territory. But I would have thought that they would have had they must have gotten approval from some Jamaican authority to put that flag up there. The whole heap of Jamaican people start passing and try to fling stone. We push part the flag there and talk about, take down that blood clot. Take it down. We don't want no visa. We don't want that fly down your blouse and skirt it to fly higher than the Jamaica flag. I want to try though. I thought, wow, that's crazy. Then to hear that information come out now in the US, in Parliament, that monies were spent, million and something dollars was spent in Jamaica to push that agenda on Andrew Holness Time Watch, I was like, oh, wow. Who collected that money? Where was that money spent? Because it was spent. What was it spent on after who collected it? We have some intricate questions to ask. Then I thought, oh, wow. Sizzler and then Monday endorsing. And then Sizzler requested the prime minister for his 30th celebration rise to the occasion. And I thought, wow, that too. Okay, so them are roll close now. And you know, some of the people them still blind, so them are talk about SouFLo, please. He's just requesting the prime minister to attend and officiate his ceremony, his 30th rise to the occasion, celebrating his 30 years in the industry. It has nothing to do with him endorsing him for politics. And I said, if it didn't, why did they announce it during the campaign for the election? Because if me a PNP, me wouldn't go ask him during the campaign for the election and be on TV with him or any kind of media with him, trying to have him come endorse my thing. See? All right. They're going to bring it to Jamaica, but how them are going to bring it to Jamaica? Neither next week to soften up Jamaica really good. Make Spice do it. Somebody ball out and said, no, we don't want her to do it because that's a given that we would expect someone like her to do it. Them said, make Shensia do it. Somebody else said, nah, Shensia has never, how do y'all say it? Has never bun a fire? Yeah, she has never bun a fire on those people, so we can't use her. We need somebody who is masculine, strong, and strong in identity as well. Someone who the people would look to for leadership in this area. Rasta. Give me one of your Rastas. Which one? We have some that are very prominent. Well, we have Sizzler's 30th coming up shortly. Perfect somebody. Perfect person. Wasn't he the one that said, Rasta man, don't apologize to no batty boy. If you diss King Selassie, then a gunshot will... Yes, that's okay. We will use him. How are we going to do that? Because Sizzler will never sing lyrics to your liking. Well, that's okay. We'll just get somebody from the LGBTQ community to place them on stage right next to him while he's performing. We need somebody, though, who everybody knows is from that community and represents that community. We have the perfect person. We have the perfect person. May I show you how the plan work out now? Boom, put her right. That's all. Call Sizzler. Hey, Sizzler, you know, XYZ is going to be on your stage. You know, because we have to run everything by you and that cards at your concert, and we don't want to come. We don't want to come in here, you know, rat it and slew them with karate and them kind of thing. That we want you to, you know, a smooth show and thing. So and so is going to be on your stage and whatever, and XYZ, and them work out that. That's why he don't have no beef with it. It's like that person got to be there. That person got to be there, and them use who they knew. Because any old Sizzler did say, can you imagine Sizzler come out on him stage and him run out and him say, ancient of days, yo, hold on there. Hey, stop the blood clot, man. Stop. What this I do on my stage? What this I do on my stage? Yo, I see what I try to do to the Rasta and blah, 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 blah. That's what you would have expected, right? No, you didn't get that. You got what you got. And what you got was a unification of Rasta working side by side, hand in hand, so to speak, with homosexual, and for the world to see, for lack of a better word, if we want to go biblical, sodomite. Right? Right. So yeah, Jerome said, me did feel away. Me know say John rude bad out of order, but batty party. Him not go that's a flow try associate John character. Assassinate him character, Jerome. No, me just telling you how the thing work out. Now, let me say this again. I've never had, and I'm not one of them Jamaican there. I've never. Somebody said the other day to me, you Jamaican men need to educate yourself about postpartum depression and about mental health issues, because you're so ignorant and you're just basking in ignorance. So I had to remind this person, say, I'm a university graduate with my degree, and my degree is in, and I'm also state certified in the field of occupational therapy, and I studied human behavior and human development, and I studied at the university level psychology and abnormal psychology and all these things. So when you have pigeon toe people that talk about you, I don't know, I must have become a chat pot enough and, you know, through them see me whole heap and this year is like, that's the only thing he does. It was the woman who threw the baby off the roof. So I asked her, because she's talking about she's in the medical field and whatever. I asked her, I said, do you know the whole story of how that woman got to throw that baby off the roof? Because every time a woman hurt her baby, everybody run come talk about this postpartum depression. And, you know, that we need to really educate ourselves about. Let me tell you how the woman dashed the baby off her roof. See? The woman find out, say, her man did a give her butt. The woman went and confronted the girl that she did a get the bun from. She find out, say, I want girl where always did I tell her, say, me a fuck your man, you can't do nothing about it. And she was like, move on, go, my man wouldn't touch you. One of them there. So when she finally confront the girl make her know, say, I've been telling you that I'm effing your man. Yes, I mean. And what? So she drive go home at the house now, him there at the yard and chill out, and she confront him. Me no remember if him admit it or not. In the middle of the argument, she have the baby, she run go up on the roof of the house. Them live in a 2-story house. I remember they showed the video of the house and a picture. They live in a 2-story house that has access to the roof. So the roof would make it the 3rd story up, right? She went up there. Him downstairs still where they were arguing, and he thought she went upstairs to cool off. Argument done. Only if you see his infant drop in front of him downstairs on the concrete. She run go up there and fling a baby off her roof. Well, since you all left, take your blood clot picnic with your toe. That is not postpartum nothing. That is a vindictive ass bitch that killed a friggin' baby. And you need to own up to them something there. See? So I don't have nothing for, and I explained all that to her just like I just explained it to y'all. And I said, stop doing this whole generalization, because there are a lot of Jamaican men out here who know exactly what that is. There are a lot of Jamaican men out here who are highly educated when it comes to human behavior and all these other things about basking in with ignorance and not going like say we happy being ignorant. She killed the picnic. But you know how it go, right? A woman can never be wrong, right? There must be something wrong with her that's beyond her control. No, the bitch wicked. She killed the baby. She wicked. She run up on the floor, on the 3rd floor of the house, get access to the roof. That's how the house is built. I specifically remember there's nothing on the top of the house. The house looked like one of those houses where they're getting ready to build a 3rd part to the top of the house. So I just say flat up there, and you can see the steel beam that come out tight and everything. She run up there, and she fling the baby down there for the man. And the baby licked the concrete and dead. She was found not competent to stand trial the other day. Remember, I covered that and I told you all that she had a seizure in court. As they were saying, she is not competent to stand trial. And I said, welcome to Jamaica, because it's the same thing that woman, Jennifer Macedo, did, which me call Messy Masado, because she shit up herself in the courtroom when her attorneys were saying to the judge, Your Honor, she can't be in lockup. She needs to have medical attention around her at all times. She thief my body a whole heap of millions of dollars. Now it's time to pay the piper. She can't go to jail feed. She don't want to go to prison no more. So she shit up herself in a courtroom in front of everybody. And her attorney was able to say, this is what I'm talking about, Your Honor. Like, unless you're going to have medical people around her 24/7, she is doing really bad. You know, we don't even think she's going to make it. Like, I did think she put your side pass through around here, so like, right away. This is an ongoing condition. And sure enough, that was good enough to get her sent home to be locked up, imprisoned in her own beautiful house. Same way, that claim was able to get this woman who killed the baby by throwing the baby off the roof, was able to get her found incompetent to stand trial. That is that. Pan the gay people part and Rasta mingling with gays and all this stuff, we're going to close off the part because we have other topics to talk about this morning. But I just want to close it off by saying this again, one more time. I've always been ahead of this. This is the channel where I always say, we don't give a damn what you do with yourself. Because I know my party I use do it, and you're not doing it in my presence or in my sacred and safe private space. So live your life. Live your life. Matter of fact, I would urge everybody who is hiding in a closet somewhere to come out and be you. I said that before. Because I want to see who it is. So we know we now play upon the same team and we can say, well, you know, you're there over there, so I'm there over here. So and it's mutual respect, same way. I deal with people out of respect, mutual respect. I served in the army, same thing. When we went to combat, I'm not questioning if it's a Batman there next to me with a rifle. I'm questioning if this guy is trained to the level I'm trained to, and if he got my back for real, and if him can bring me back home, and if me can bring him back home, because we got to go back home to our kids and our wives. That's all me care about. And now, working in the professional space, I just want to be around a competent individual who knows what it is they're doing, and we can treat these patients properly, and we can get our paychecks, and we can get our praises, and we can go on being productive, progressive adults. And don't make me have to come to work every day, come screw up my face and act like I'm coming to work with my enemies and I hate this job and I hate the damn people I work with. You know what I mean? You keep a good vibe, I'm good. So I guess that is spreading now. And everybody don't care no more about anything other than just be respectful to me. Just be good and I'll be good back. And that is that. You understand? Jerome said, Flo, you remember the woman that microwaved the baby? Yeah, next wicked girl. And the one that put the two babies in the oven and then called the father and have him on FaceTime and show him the oven, a smoke with the two baby them in the oven. They do this. So yeah, we're about humanity and we always been that. And again, I was just pointing out what happened at Sizzler's 30th because it is a cultural shift. We are the timekeepers. So when the culture shifts big like that, that is a monumental move that I'm not missing the moment to point out. Many years from now, they will look back at this and they will say, I remember the first time a prominent Rasta fire burner share stage with an openly homosexual person in reggae music. It happened at Sizzler's 30th, where blah, 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 this day in 2025, wherever. So these are moments in time that we're pointing out. Nothing more. Nothing more. So may nobody feel offended walking away from this, except for those who don't like when you point out what happened in front of you. Right? Elaine Turner, big up yourself. Elaine Turner says she took X-Lax before court. I think she did. She had to take X-Lax or she drink some Senna. We have something named Senna in her. It's going to send everything out of you in her real life. So she probably drank some of that and went and everything came out that way. Yeah. Big up to the artists them same way, man. Humans are humans. You know, everybody has this thing they have to portray that they are and pretend to be. I don't want to live my life in a no pretense. I don't want nobody to make me have to pretend to be something I'm not. Nobody or somebody I'm not. And this kind of stuff. So, yeah, big up to all people out there. And if you be yourself, then more joy and more strength and more power to you. Same way. That's how I'm saying. See? Moving right along. Let's talk about Donald Trump considering commuting Diddy's sentence this week. Donald Trump considering commuting Diddy's sentence this week. Now, I tried to fact check this morning, but the person who the fact checked said that no such thing happened, but that was a late fact check date. Last night, TMZ posted it, and you know TMZ is known for being super accurate. So TMZ released last night that they spoke to somebody who is a prominent individual in the White House. And as of now, Donald Trump is considering commuting Diddy's sentence, and it could happen by the end of this week. But the person also said that there are lots of people in the White House who are opposed to him doing it. And I said, wow. So I went and I looked at TMZ's report posted on a place where there's a question, not question and answer, but a comment section. And I saw a lot of people are upset. Now, that's funny to me, right? Because the people who are upset are people who have never been upset. Like with all of everything else that's going on that he has done, they have never said he needs to be impeached. They're like, we're riding with Trump, even if he's bringing the country to hell in a handbasket. We on that basket. It's going down in flames. We fanning the flames all the way to hell. This is our president. This is our guy. Those people showed up on that to say impeach him. If he lets Diddy out, impeach him. What does that tell me? It tells me that even if he wanted to, there's a lot of pressure for him not to. The person said to y'all can go over TMZ and look. The person said to TMZ to end that. The person said, but you know, Trump is going to do what he wants to do. So we'll see. Elaine Turner, big up yourself. I appreciate you. Elaine Turner says, up flow. All I'm under the weather. Sniffles. Well, I hope you feel better. Juice a lime and just drink the lime. Just bitter sour lime. And see if that helps you. He's considering commuting his sentence. Considering does not mean that he is planning to do it. It means that he is considering doing it. He was asked before if he was considering doing it, and his answer eventually came out to be a no, right? He said he would have, but this is the same guy who me and him used to be like really good, like really, really cool. You know, Trump stopped one word short of saying me and him was almost besties. Now, if you go look and do a search on Google history, you'll see that they've attended many functions together. Or may not have been attended together. Let's use proper words because some people take things out of context, but they've been cited in many of the same places together where they were high-fiving and taking pictures together and hugging each other. Diddy hand around Trump, Trump's hand around Diddy, Diddy's woman with Trump's woman, and all kind of something like that. And you can literally chronicle it like over the years. Because you can see the changes in Diddy's face from when he was really young and first got into the industry to when he became that household name over and over and over to when even up to recently, not too long before he went to prison, right? So Trump said, yeah, we used to be cool, man, like really, really cool. And I decided to run for president, and this guy turned against me and started just saying all kinds of stuff about me. So the people who support me do not want me to pardon him. So it's going to be a very hard thing to do. I don't think I'm going to do it. That's what he said before. Last night, the White House rep said he is thinking about commuting Diddy's sentence, and it could happen as early as by the end of this week. The people who are calling for his impeachment are the same people who are not calling for his impeachment for him commuting the sentence of people like George Santos and the January insurrection people and the leaders of the Oath Keeper and the leaders of the Proud Boys. All these people got out on Trump's watch. And none of those people said, oh, you should not have let those people out. But he might commute Diddy's sentence. Impeach him. We don't want you no more. Commuting is also not the same as pardoning. Well, commuting pretty much means ending. So either way, he'll be home. You know what I mean? Either way, he will be home. And he has the power to do both. He has the power to get him out of there, basically. Dorothy T says, Diddy's birthday is around the corner and it would be a nice birthday present. But again, I have to see it to believe it. Nance, I'm with you too, Nance. That's what I said. I said when it happens, I will believe it. I don't think that the president is going to pardon Diddy. And if he does, it won't be anytime soon and it won't be for free. Hear me out. It won't be anytime soon and it won't be for free. Diddy is sitting on a whole lot of money, man. And, you know, I know everybody are going to get on them legal high horse now, like we're all attorneys. Well, it's illegal for him to accept pay to pardon. You won't know when that check exchanged. You won't know. There are many ways to exchange that check. You won't know when that check exchanged. You know? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Oath keeper.
Oh, brother.
Hello?
Yeah, live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, Bertrand. The community. I did the same thing. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I said, Diddy have to sell. I tell him I sell his soul, man.
Did he have to go sell him soul?
Yeah, because Trump now do not know this type of company.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
If Diddy get party where you quote, I say, Barack Obama, Batman.
Let me give you an example. There's a youth named NBA Young Boy who's the hottest right now. NBA Young Boy is selling out arenas and doing this thing right now. NBA Young Boy was caught up in the system so bad, right? Trump gave NBA Young Boy a presidential pardon a couple of months ago. NBA Young Boy has his record wiped clean like he never did nothing. NBA Young Boy in turn came out and named his album that he dropped after that Massa. Not only did he name his album Massa, he said publicly, anything Trump is doing right now is for the youths. And that's what I'm fucking with. And he is on tour right now selling out the biggest arenas ever. Y'all go look this up. Y'all must think I'm playing.
Look at Kodak Black.
Kodak Black had it. Right. And then what Kodak Black did, what Kodak Black did in return, and I did a video and I said, Kodak Black is the most famous Haitian today. Mr. Some old head that come on there talk about lies you tell, get your facts straight. Wyclef Jean is the most famous Haitian. Man, listen to me, right? If you ask most of these young Haitians today who Wyclef Jean is, they have no friggin' clue, bro. Brother, that's something that playing on your background. Fix up your radio and stuff. Wyclef Jean is from a generation gone by. The young youth, them don't know nothing about him. It's crazy how older people be thinking that these young kids know all the people you know and have the same reverence to all the people you have reverence to. They will disrespect the hell out of the most famous people and the most revered people that you know because they have no relation to them whatsoever, right? Kodak Black is the most famous Haitian in the... Trump plays chess, especially when dealing with ninjas, okay? Strategically freed up Kodak Black, and Kodak Black was on the campaign trail. Kodak Black was on the campaign trail on some gangster stuff too. He was surfing social media. Anywhere he seen somebody black said something about Donald Trump, he'll be like, I'll send my goons after you, I'll blow your head off, I'll beat your ass. I'm like, yo, chill, you know? But the man got you up out of prison, bro. You ever got prison yet? You ever got prison yet? Kodak Black's mom was crying about the conditions he was in. He was in there losing his mind. So when them bring him out of prison now, I think the guy who brings me out of prison, I would have some level of loyalty to him. And in that line, I'm saying, did he have to go sell him soul? Sell him soul meaning this ain't going down to the crossroads, meeting with the devil. Satan I gonna show up and him I gonna say, I'll give you this. This is like selling out to Donald Trump's agenda. He will have to do this in order to get this piece of freedom right here. And from now on, you don't ever say anything bad. As a matter of fact, you're going to change your whole tune when it comes to Trump and his policies and everything he stands for. You are Sean P. Diddy Combs. You have millions and millions of followers. You are super influential. But I'm going to need you to use that platform to my advantage. That's what I got. Yeah. So you're right, bro. You're right. I'm going to sell that.
My wife said, she think Diddy are go to hell. But no, he will surely go to hell. Because Trump now do nothing unless he give up something big time. Give up his soul.
But what did he do for go to hell?
It's all right.
I'm one of them that's saying free Diddy. So what did he do for go to hell?
All right. Let me put my wife to you. My wife say, Diddy, birds of a feather flock together. You see, two powerful men, they will manipulate women. So they have things in common.
Manipulate women?
Yeah.
Oh, hear me out, brother. Hear me out. The man never manipulate no woman. First of all, right? Them are the same woman. If me and you go talk to them and tell them, say, go left, she will tell you, I don't want to go left. And you're a man and you can't tell me what the fuck to do. I'm going right. I don't want a man controlling me, trying to tell me what to do. And you don't think you can do that because you are a man. So them woman, they can't stand on them own. The only time they get blamed with, oh, he manipulated the woman or women is when it's time to destroy that man. Those women weren't manipulated. Those women saw lots of money and lots of power, and they wanted to be a part of that circle. And they did everything they could in their power to be in that circle. There's a price to pay to hang out in that circle. We talking private jets. We talking a dude who could spend... Shine said they were in Paris and he witnessed Diddy and what's her name have a fight. And them fuck up each other. And that man went and dropped $1 million cash on a shopping spree for her to make her feel good. You can do that? No. And ended up giving him $500,000 for his advance. And he was mad as shit because he was like, I'm the artist. I'm signed. I have songs out on the radio. I'm blowing up. And you spent $1 million cash on her. And then give me $500,000 for advance. Women love that.
I agree. So
for men like those, you would be surprised to know the things that some women will do to be in a them circle there. You'll be surprised. Future said it. Future said they come around me straight and they leave bisexual. Because I'd just be there like, kiss her. All right, now you kiss her. All right, start touching her down there. And they're like, I never did. Girl, do that. And they go ahead and do it. And by the time them left around him, oh, you've been with your first woman. That's what money does, bro. That's what money does.
That's why we get him to money. That's why we get him to rate no flow.
Yeah, so them women are not manipulated, brother. Them women here is not manipulated. Because broke man like me and you couldn't get them to do the things where these money men got them to do. Couldn't.
So can I tell you something about 16 years ago? My daughter was like about 2006, right? My daughter was 14. So this friend of mine was 2006, yeah. So I'm about 2006, Bima, but he knew my daughter, but my daughter don't know him. So I saw her coming from the corner store and him off for a ride, and my daughter run. So when my daughter said to me, said, Daddy, this man I drive on Bima stop to give me a drive, and I run, and man I said, no man, you're your father's friend. Because the guy was my friend, but my daughter don't know him. So my daughter run at somebody's yard. All right. When I see him the evening where we hang out spot, I said, man, Junior, I saw you raise your daughter strict. I said, what I mean? Boy, miss your daughter walk on me off her right, you know, she run with people yard, have to take off. People pick us to kidnap the daughter. I know what he said to me?
Well, sir.
He said, normally when he pull up that 2006 Bima, a woman foot.
Jumping at it.
Woman, they might tear off the door if you come inside it.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw him go around and kiss a woman with the material things, you know.
And that is
so it was strange to him when my daughter run.
And that is just
when he pull up with the Bima, my daughter run.
And that is just a Bima I tell you about, you know. So and remember this, in a man like Puffy them world, a Bima, you might as well go get a Fiat or a Lada. All right? Because in a Freedom world, they talk more like Bentleys and Rolls Royces and Ferraris and them type of thing. You see it? So that's to give you an idea.
But when I say still, you know, we are man, we are leaders, we powerful. We are leaders, we are hunters. Yeah, you understand? I know right people go manipulate human them in whatever way you want things.
Nobody now manipulate no woman, brother. Remember say Delilah make Samson cut off in locks them, or she cut off Samson locks them. Who is more cunning? who is more Ras cunning than a woman? Man thinks them can manipulate. Man no manipulation yet. You hear me? A woman is designed to manipulate. Remember that. Remember, men are simple as hell. That's why women do them all kind of way all the time. Men be off their ego talking about we are man, you know, and we lead, you know, and we everything. So how we end up always kill each other over some pum pum? How we end up always destroy yourself? I've seen men.
So for that don't go for me and you.
Brother, I've seen men who rise to levels that are worthy of being praised levels, because you know the amount of work it takes to reach up there, so and a one little teeny pum pum bring him all the way down and him lose everything. One little ikubit bring him down and two titty bring him down and him lose everything.
That thing they powerful enough so proof.
Listen, man not even close ready yet, brother. When it comes to deception and manipulation, a woman think that here. She's the spirit of that. Matter of fact, I think in the spiritual realm, the goddess of and I know manipulation. They have a goddess of manipulation and thing there. Control.
Aphrodite, I think that's what she name, no?
Well, yeah. Well, you know. So we behind on that. They know how to. Let me show you how manipulative they are. They know exactly how to manipulate you all the way till they can't manipulate you no more. Then them play a victim so good that everybody blame you and call you the manipulator. And you did not get manipulated the whole way. And everybody watch you being manipulated, but her act is so good in the end, them still think you did a manipulator the whole way. That's kind of like getting black people to blame themselves for slavery.
Why they can't pretend big times about this one. As the father one daughter still, we don't like them things they still, you know.
Yeah, true that. True. But I have to tell with daughter say leave man and them things. But here what?
Well, it hard. Well, you say just like how me teach my daughter certain values. When my daughter run when my brethren off a ride with him be my right and my daughter run.
How old was your daughter then?
She was 14.
Okay, she was a baby then. Your daughter a big woman now.
No, you see, my daughter grew up with her head on her body.
No, may I tell you something? Your daughter a big woman now, right?
Right.
All right, so she how old now? 20.
My daughter 32 now.
32. All right.
Yeah.
Well, there comes a time in all of us life as men where we have to accept our daughter. We've done all we can. And from you put in good, teach your daughter right, that is all you can do. Your daughter have the rest of her life to live. You see? So when your daughter get out there and she say, I want a Balenciaga bag and I want a pair of Gucci shoes, heels, and I want to be wined and dined. I want to be with somebody who could pull up in a Ferrari, or somebody who can put me in a house or a condo that is in a gated community and put me on $20,000, $30,000 shopping sprees, and it don't break his pocket, and he does it almost every month. Give me $10,000 to spend every month, like Diddy do for my girl, and plus pay how much I think it's $70-something thousand a month is her rent, and $10,000 shopping spree just for her pocket every month. If your daughter reach them levels there as a grown woman, then there's nothing you could do as a daddy. Just know, say, she out here, getting to what she like, kind of thing. That's why I'm saying these women are not manipulated.
You see, to become a parent is an art in growing up with children. Them. And my daughter is testament to that way. Me live a life and everything. And my daughter, because remember, say, the first man in our life, is our daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't know no good girl will go bad.
We know 1 or 2 of them. But if you set the pace 9 out of 10 times, maybe 7 out of 10 times, your daughter going to grow up and live a certain way and have certain values.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We pray.
But if you don't set the pace for them, because remember, say, me and you are the first man they see in them life. All right, let me tell you something. My daughter tell me, said that my daughter get married down at Tampa 2 years ago, 2023, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter said, Daddy, because you're not the trade world and anything there, right? Because me do plumbing, heating, and air conditioning, right?
Right.
My daughter said, man, me I check up if you no hand in the house. Me no want it.
Mm-hmm.
I say, like what you say, my daughter, my brother don't have her ride in a bimmer, and she run. She a big woman who run her business, and at the same mindset she have.
All right. And that's what's
yeah.
up. And that's what's up. That's what I'm saying to you is whatever she do in her life now, she gone past your teachings now. So you have to hope, say, the things that you taught her stay with her and she model her life after those things. Not true?
Well, something about that thing.
I know when I'm
you said you talk about your
I know
you said you talk about your grandmother.
Yeah.
You see that prayer there, where your grandmother pray and my grandmother pray, and the blood upon them. That's how you cry them through too.
Say it again.
You say your grandmother was a praying lady.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother was a praying lady. And we said the blood of them people they pray for them children and grandchildren.
You said the prayers are
carry them through too.
The prayers are
like the money. Yeah.
Okay. Believe, kill and
yeah, that's that.
Brother. Yeah. I won't argue.
Yeah, trust me. Because let me tell you something. I talked to a old lady up here about 10 years ago when we just moved in America, right?
Mm.
And we were talking about O.J. Simpson. And she said, Mr. The money Mr. O.J. have, we get the lawyer. And the prayer when we have old people go power in here and pray to save him.
Mm-hmm.
That prayer, she said the black prayer.
Mm-hmm.
The black prayer. So I go back to my daughter and your daughter and everything, right? Mm-hmm. The prayer where we pray for them, I pray for them. Or keep them out of them predator there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but what we say, man? I say, why? Just a conversation that time said, did you have to go sell his soul? Because then I don't do nothing to nobody unless I give back something.
Same.
Yeah. And that's why we say, fire burn to Kodak Black. Because I have a Haitian friend him.
Yeah, so when we are talking about Kodak Black now, bro, that's what we did I say. Don't you notice how Kodak Black was actually used? More than people didn't pay attention. When Trump pardoned Kodak Black, everybody was like, why would you choose out of all the black people to pardon Kodak Black? Okay. What was coming, we didn't know what was coming. 500,000 Haitians are set to be deported back to Haiti from the U.S., right? Because they remove TPS, temporary protective status for those Haitians, right? Right. And in doing so, he would have to become president to do so. So rally the Haitian community to vote for me, for those who are of that community, but are citizens and are able to vote. So remember me telling you, if you go back and watch, I said when I saw Haitians for Trump, I was like, wow, this man must be really powerful because I mean, Haitians for Trump. Because I was reading at the time and I knew the TPS would have been removed. Because Trump said during his campaign trail that every person who came in under Biden is considered illegal to him. Forget what the law said. And his intent is to get all of them back out the country. So I said, wow, that's hundreds of thousands of Haitians. So when I saw Haitians for Trump, but then, you know, you go to the biggest Haitian in the country, you pardon him, you get people excited, and they say you did a good thing for one of my people, you can do the same for the rest of us. And then, boom, there you have it. And once he is elected, TPS removed for all the Haitians. Wicked piece of chess move, bro. Wicked piece of chess move. You understand? Oh, man. Anyway, brother, manners and respect. See you?
One love, brethren.
All right, sir. Take care.
Yeah, fine.
All right. Nan says, my dad raised me to have my own and carry myself a certain way and build with a man needed be. However, I still set my own standards. Y'all know I'm super raw with it sometimes, right? You know I'm super raw with it sometimes, right? Let me give you it raw like this. I see enough girls come from good homes that be out there sucking dick in cars, strange niggas and all that other shit, doing stupid shit against all, and then them pretty up themselves when them go back into the house and daddy can't tell a difference and nothing. If we're gonna be real and be grown ass real people, we will all come to this conclusion right here. You can raise your children with all the best standards and all the best this and the best that in the world. When they get out there into the world, especially after they become adults, they are going to do what they want to do. Now, the importance of raising them a certain way is that hopefully what you taught them or poured into them will somewhere along the journey start to filter back into their main perspective. Like, damn, my dad used to tell me that this is wrong and I shouldn't do this. You know, my mom, I never saw my mom live a certain kind of way. I remember how my mom was. She was a dignified woman. And that's my example of being what. But don't think they're always going to just stay on the same track, on straight track. Enough, girl, come out here, come get off track a lot, right? But I understand the argument. That's why I was stepping delicately with the brother on the phone, because when a man talk about him daughter, it's kind of like a man talking about his mom. You understand? Nobody no one here say, your mother was a big whoring girl, my youth. Yeah, your mother used to walk off. Let me tell you, I know 7 men in a one community, your motherfucker. And you can go call them, right? Who wants to hear their mom be talked about like that? I'm not having that frigging conversation with you, even if it's true. I don't want to have that conversation and talk about my daughters like that either. So I understand the delicacy of the conversation. That's why I see me just ease off a little bit just now. I met the brother. You know, you believe what you want to believe, and believe kill and believe cure, brother. But the reality is, son or daughter, you pick them when you raise them. It's different from when them go out into the world. You hope and you better pray. So when you instill in them, lead and guides them somewhere out there. And that is why a lot of us who were raised a certain way were able to go way out there on the limb and still come back and never fall off. We still were able to come back. That did a guide we. Even one time we went off track, we never got off track all the way to where we had the life in a somebody prison or 10 years, or we over here so horror out and catch AIDS and in one corner ball somewhere and we are shooting eagle in our arm and we frig up really, really bad. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean we've been perfect the whole time. Doesn't mean we stayed on course of our teachings growing up the whole time. Me never living on Miss Ruby and Mas Clevey teachings my entire life. But it has guided me and it has brought me back to center many a times. But me out there do my thing sometime too. You know what I mean? So it's just reality, man. When you talk reality. Talk reality. Now, back to what I was saying about Diddy and these women. None of those women were manipulated. None of them. They saw something they wanted and they went for it. And that's that. And it requires you doing things to access that level. Period. It requires you doing things to access that level. You are not that special of a woman that a man are going to pick you up and you're getting $100,000 shopping spree. You know how hard it is to come by 100,000 US dollars? There's a lot of people in here who don't make $100,000 a year. Majority of people in here do not make $100,000 a year. You will get 100,000 for one shopping spree. Some reason you end up on private jet all the way in Paris, and then you're going to London, and then you're coming back for a red carpet event in New York. Who is you? Who is you? That man done slaved himself away and did all kinds of stuff to get to where he's at. You think he's going to share all that with you for no strings attached? Come on, man. You know, say you have to go do something. You either going to be his wife that he's going to have children with, let the world know you his wife and protect you fiercely, or you're going to be his jump off that do all the freaky shit that his mind could think of. That's why you tell your daughters them kind of guys, if he ain't making you his wife, you better know that you're about to be his plaything. And their plaything is different from poor man plaything. Because they've been some freakiness. You know what I mean? That's just that. That's just that. None of them women were manipulated. They wanted what them men had and they went for it. So I'm one of them that's saying free Diddy. And if Trump actually come to a conclusion that he wants to free him and he does free him, I'll be happy. A time for Diddy to go up to him family. I honestly don't think Diddy's case should have even went to a federal court. I don't think he should have been prosecuted. I don't think he should have been tried and convicted the way he was or nothing. He had a domestic issue. That's what his case was, a whole domestic case. And they tried to use it to turn it into something else. You know what I mean? Even throughout the whole trial, remember, we were all looking at it. Even people who wanted him to go to prison were like, hold up. Wait a minute. Y'all go back and read all the old comments. Wait a minute. I've been following this the whole time. I'm still waiting to see racketeering. I'm still waiting to see sex trafficking. I'm still waiting to see all the stuff he was accused of. Where is all that? Where's all that? None of it came out because there was none. The plan was to use the woman to cry victim, and eventually, what did they get him on? The least friggin' charge they could get him on. The least charge they could get him on, and none of them charges were so serious enough for them to take away all his belongings and label him this, that, and the other anyways. So yeah, if Trump wants to free Diddy, and I hope he does, I really hope he does, but like Trump said, this is going to be complicated. You know, let's close out that segment so we could go to our other topic like this. Always remember this in this world, right? They have a saying where they say, shake a lot of hands on your way going up, because you're going to have to kiss a lot of ass on your way coming down. Some people believe that they will never be coming down. Like on their way up, they're like, yeah, success, more success. I'm climbing this ladder. I'm at the top. Oh, it's lonely at the top. You see me up here, kiss my ass, world. F you, F you. And then for something happens where it's a free fall from the top all the way back down. And on their way down, it's like, oh shit, I'm falling. I can't save myself. Now you find yourself back down at the bottom, right? And now you're trying to climb your way back up to the top. All them people that you were, F you see me, I'm at the top, I'm the man. Now you gonna have to kiss ass all the way, next ladder up, more ass to kiss. Diddy gonna have a lot of ass to kiss to get back to where he used to be. It might as well just set him out right just now and start, because it's gonna start with this man right here who is in power right now. And you notice he has something to say. And the something he has to say is, me and you were cool, homie. What happened? You turned against me. You didn't think I was going to win? You didn't think I was going to be president? I am president now. And I have the power to actually watch you be in prison for a long time. Or I could send you home to your family today. Why you did me like that? That's the conversation that's going to be happening behind the scenes. So it's going to be interesting to see how this turns out for Diddy. Like Nance said, though, I believe it when I see it. I believe it when I see it. I hope he frees him, but I believe it when I see it. Just a little slide by. There was a man yesterday who, for those of my people who are in Atlanta, frequent the Atlanta area, or was going to use the Atlanta airport, boy, there was a guy yesterday who was about to shoot up that airport. And he was there, and he was locked, cocked, and ready to go. And they caught him. Now, they weren't putting his face out. They weren't putting his face out. So I said, I already know who it is. Because anytime these crimes are committed and they don't put their face out, this is what happens, right? It turns out to be that person. I'm going to wrap two stories in one right here. So the police arrested a man at Atlanta airport, bustling airport, on Monday after getting a tip from his family members that he was planning to shoot up the airport. And they trailed him and they found an assault rifle, ammunition in his truck that was already parked outside of the airport. By the time they got there, he was not in the vehicle. He was already inside the airport, casing the airport first. And he was on his way back out to retrieve the rifle after he had cased the place to go back in and start shooting, right? Billy Joe Cagle of Cartersville, Georgia, had described his plan to shoot up the world's busiest airport on a social media live stream, Chief Darren Scheibaum said during a news conference. The Cartersville Police Department was alerted by his family that he was streaming on social media and that he was headed to the airport in Atlanta, in their words, to shoot it up. And the family stated that he was in possession of a rifle and his rifle was loaded. Cagle is 49 years old, and he arrived at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport in a Chevy pickup truck that was parked outside the door of the airport terminal when the police went to the vehicle, and they did find the AR-15 with 27 rounds of ammunition in it. We're here today briefing you on a success and not a tragedy, because family members saw something and said something. Family members saw something and said something. So during the conference, they spoke about what his plan was and how they got a hold of him and was able to stop him. And the sheriff said they had police officers inside who carry rifles as well, and they were put on guard. So they were waiting for him to enter the airport in that manner with his rifle. They probably would have taken him down or taken him out the minute he entered with that rifle anyways. He was booked into the Clayton County Detention Facility on Monday evening, according to online jail records, and attempts to reach his family and co-workers through multiple phone numbers and emails have been unsuccessful. This is the same family that reported him, that he was talking about shooting up the airport, and he's heading in that direction now. They no longer want to talk to the press about their family member. So what they're doing now is this. He's been suffering from mental health issues. He's been suffering from mental health issues, and, you know, it's gotten to him, his headspace. So please help him out. Please help him out. How quickly they reach for mental health issues, right? First of all, why is his face not all over every news media outlet? He's been suffering from mental health issues and he needs your help. Please help him out. Don't treat him like a criminal. Please help him out. The other one I'm going to add to this is that police officer who was found to be an illegal immigrant who was working in Chicago, Illinois, who had overstayed his visa in the United States of America by 10 years. The people said, the people meaning the people who hired him at the police department. Matter of fact, he was just approved for pension. He was just approved for pension. He started out making $79,000 a year. Just in 2025 alone, his earnings are past $200,000 alone. It is a Caucasian man, a white man, that was arrested by ICE. ICE did an operation called Operation Blitz in Chicago and arrested like 500 and something people in one day. And he was one of them in his police uniform, with his gun on him. And they allowed him to change. They allowed him to change and put on shorts and a shirt. And then they handcuffed him and put him in the back of a police car. Not only that, I want y'all to tie this into the Jamaican who was in Maine. The Jamaican police officer, I heard he's black, though, SouFLo. Friends, you heard who is black. Look at my icon, bro. I don't care about what you heard. I care about what it is. Look at my icon for the video. I have a picture of him. I have many pictures of him. I have the picture of him sitting in the back of the police car. There's a video out of his arrest. Don't come with the I heard he's black, fam. He's white. He's white. I want you to compare his treatment to the treatment of the police officer who was Jamaican, who was found in Maine, working as a police officer, auxiliary officer, who was outfitted with a gun. He was on everybody's friggin' news front page. I want you to compare it to the superintendent who's from Guyana, who's the superintendent of the biggest school district in Iowa. Look how many stories they ran on him. Look at the narrative to his story. Do you know what the narrative to this guy's story is and what happened to him? He was placed on administrative leave pending further investigation. His department made it clear that once these paperwork, or if he is cleared to continue to work and live in the United States of America, he will be back at work. The Jamaican one, they gave him the opportunity to self-deport. Yes, I'm aware of that. I did the follow-up to the video, and it says that in the follow-up that I did. All the stories that I follow, I always do a follow-up to the stories. So I'm aware, Shutdown, that they gave him the opportunity to self-deport. The one that is from Guyana, they're pressing charges against him. And he is now facing, I believe, up to 10 years in prison. This guy is on leave with pay. He's on leave with pay. I don't see any news media rolling his story out every single day. Half of y'all didn't even know about this story. Somebody over here telling me he black. That tells me you haven't even seen his picture in the media for you to say, damn, I saw him on Fox News. I saw him on MSNBC. I saw him on CNN. I saw him on Channel 7, Wesh. I saw him on Wesh 2 News. It's definitely a white guy. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because there's a narrative that has to be kept here. America has become a place where, through social conditioning, they've got us in a place where when I say, if I say the word, watch this, watch my comment section. I want you to type in the comment section, if I say terrorist, who do you think of? Watch my comment section, and I'm going to wait till at least one person type it in. Terrorist, who do you think of? Everybody can't type no. Don't y'all type at once. You don't think of no damn white people. When we say terrorist, majority of people think of Middle Easterners. You think of people who wear hijabs. You think of people who are Muslim or Islam members. You think of people like that. That's who you think of. That's who you've been conditioned to think. That's who majority of us think when we hear that word. When you hear the word, illegal immigrants, who do you think of? Automatically, who do you think of? Illegal immigrants, who do you think of? Social experiment. There you go. Black and brown people. Mexicans. Exactly. So nobody wants you to associate any of those titles I just said with white. Nobody wants you to think, every time there's a mass shooting, don't you notice how long it takes before they actually show the face of the shooter? They'll tell you before, then they'll do a long writing of the description of the person. Even when the person hasn't been caught yet, but they know who it is, they'll describe the person without bringing out the color of the person. And I'm like, how are you describing the person like you've seen the person, but you must know what the race of the person is. All initial breaking news will not have the person race in it if that person is white. Let me say it again for you. All initial breaking news is meant to be shocking, right? It's like, boom, there was an explosion today over at 21st Street and 17 people are dead. The man who was responsible for that explosion drove his Chevy truck into the side of the building and the building exploded. He is thought to be a man who is about 6'5" tall, about 370 pounds, and he was carrying a AR-15 rifle. I bet you won't hear shit about him being white. It's not until later, after everything else, they sneak his picture in one first, and then the pictures start going everywhere, and everybody is like, oh, it's a white male. That's done on purpose. Exactly, Patricia Jackson. No background history for his criminal record or anything either. But if it's a black person or a Hispanic or brown person, you will hear, yes, and he was just released from Sing Sing County Prison for he just did 7 years for theft and robbery. He was released in 2021, and they give you the whole criminal rundown and everything already like that. They paste their face up there as soon as anything comes in about you. Shit, if they can't paste your face up there, they hire an artist, a sketch artist. Hey, get in here. Draw this person. That's why it was done. So when I did the video the other day, right, and I said illegal immigrant working as a cop arrested by ICE, I also said, watch this. They're going to tank this video because they'll do it on any platform because they don't want this going out. Illegal immigrant working as a cop arrested by ICE. And you look at the picture of the icon of the video and it's a white man sitting in the back of a ICE car with handcuffs on. And sure enough, I put 3 videos up that day. That video was the lowest viewed video. And not only was it the lowest viewed video, the views were so low, it is not in my range of views. But if you go and look under that video, see, I did this for an experiment. If you go and look under the video, each comment is timed. Each comment is labeled by the day on which you left that comment. So you will see, I did not go and put that comment there way after I did the video or last night because I'm trying to make a point this morning, or just put it up there this morning. When I post the video, I put the comment under the video because I knew that's what they were going to do with the video, because they don't want to promote those videos for the world to start seeing them. If 1 million people saw a video like that, if 50,000 people saw a video like that, then in 50,000 people's minds, it's, oh, so white people could be illegal immigrants too? Oh, wow. See, you've been conditioned, right? All of us have been conditioned to look at white people and automatically think they're legal. You look at Hispanic people and you automatically think, I wonder if they're legal. That's where we're at. You look at some black people and you think, paper's probably not too straight still. No way I'm gonna move. So you look at Hispanics, you're like, I wonder if they're legal. But every white person you look at, they're automatically legal. They're American for sure. They're legal for sure. That's exactly what the conditioning was made to do. You know what I mean? That's exactly what the conditioning was made to do. Sheldon Weldon says, of course, they are protecting the silent majority, and this is why all the social media giants are working with Trump. Yep. Or they talk about your juvenile record, like Nance just said, or they talk about your family background, where your father did time at, how you grew up with a mama who was on drugs, or how you had no mama and you were a latchkey kid, and you might have been, they talk about all kinds of stuff about you. But for them, very vague on their background until they reveal to us that it's one of them, and then they go into this whole, well, you know, if it's a crime and it's a vicious crime, he was troubled with mental health issues, and you know, he had a troubled childhood, and he must have been traumatized by that troubled childhood, and that's why you see this display of a behavior in front of us today. The same grace is not given. The same grace is not given at all. Why is Crystal G saying, I wonder if a Jamaican? I wonder if a Jamaican did what, Crystal G? Yes, S Diva. That one right there. That one right there. They make it look like white people don't use food stamps. They even make it look like it's immigrants come use up all the food stamps. Them are black people, what them call ghetto dwellers and something like that, use food stamps, when the truth of the matter is them use food stamps more than anybody else. And a lot of the times when the fight is over the food stamps, is because they want you off of it so more of them could get on it. You know? Crystal G says something about him being Jamaican or something. I wonder if a Jamaican, if they black. I don't get that. Anyway, I just wanted to highlight that again today because I wasn't able to highlight it in the video that I put up. So I thought about doing it on the live where I can actually expound upon it, so people can understand exactly what I'm saying. And I'm surprised, and I'm still looking to see, because the amount of time I saw the story about the Jamaican who entered, I could tell you everything about him. He entered Miami. He made his way up to Maine. He overstayed his visa by how many years? He was married, but he got married way later. His wife is going to file for his paperwork. They've allowed him to self-deport. They've also allowed him to self-deport after he agreed to have his packet removed, which means his wife and him already filled out his paperwork to have his status adjusted in the country, and he was waiting on the results for that. He had to agree to have that removed and to self-deport. So his wife will now have to either go join him in Jamaica or wait faithfully until he makes it to this side, but they will have to start the process all over again of her applying for him to come back into the United States of America. And I'm not so sure if they're going to be in a hurry to let him back in after that's on his record, that because they never said they were going to wipe his record clean. It's going to show up. You were already here. You overstayed by how many years? You even found yourself working as a police officer carrying a gun. So for them, let's see how that's going to work out for them. For this guy, he was released. He's on leave pending full investigation. They're saying the same things they said in the story with the Jamaican dude, that it's not their fault. They went through the same channel, checked his background, everything checked out. He had legal authorization to work in the United States of America. Somebody dropped the ball and it's not the police department, blah, 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 blah. But nobody is saying keep him in ICE custody. Let's get him deported as fast as possible. We didn't know we hired an illegal, etc., etc. He's getting all the good treatment because that's who they want here. That's who they want here. That's as simple as I could put it, is who they want here. His kind. Another one. I told you all before, so Jennifer Lopez, we're going to move on. No sense in beating that to death. I think all eyes are open now to see what it is. So we move on. Jennifer Lopez over the weekend, or over a couple of days ago, she did a interview with Howard Stern. And on the interview with Howard Stern, she said, Howard Stern asked her, have you ever been loved? And Jennifer Lopez says, I don't think I've ever been loved. But let's get into that story because her ex-husband answered back, right? And I thought that was pretty interesting for a short discussion. So Jennifer Lopez was hit with cheating accusations in a brutal rebuttal message from her ex-husband. He's one of them guys that he doesn't speak English very well. His English is good, but it's not perfect. So he kind of writes how he talks. So when you hear me start reading what he wrote, don't think I can't read. I can't read. I'm reading how it was written, right? The drama surrounding Jennifer Lopez's love life has taken another explosive turn. So after the singer claimed in an interview that she has never been truly loved by any of her ex-husbands, Ojani Noah, one of her ex-husbands, fired back with scathing accusations. His emotional message has reignited public curiosity about one of Jennifer Lopez's most controversial relationships. Jennifer Lopez appeared on the Howard Stern show last week, where she made a startling confession that quickly sent shockwaves throughout the media. When asked if she had ever been truly loved, she replied, what I learned is, this is Jennifer, she said, what I learned is, it's not that I'm not lovable, it's that they're not capable. They don't have it in them. Her words appear to reference her ex-husbands and partners, including Mark Anthony, Chris Judd, Ben Affleck, and Ojani Noah. She was married 4 times. Jennifer Lopez elaborated a little bit more, saying that while her former partners gave her everything they could, none of it felt real. She said, they gave me all of it, every time, all the rings, all the things I could ever want, right? Tried to give me the houses, the rings, the marriage, all of it. However, her remarks did not sit well with Ojani Noah, the man who was there at the beginning of her career. This was her first husband. And he started on an emotional confession that went pretty far. In a lengthy post, Noah, who is now 50 years old, directly addressed the Jennifer Lopez claims, claiming that her out of dishonesty and playing the victim is how she lost that marriage. His message was brutal. It was direct. He said, "Stop putting us down. Stop putting me down with your victim card. The problem is not us, not me. The problem is you. You're the one who couldn't keep it in your pants." He didn't hold back. He insisted that Jennifer Lopez had indeed been loved several times over. He went on and he wrote, he said, "You have been loved a few times. You have been married 4 times and have had countless relationships in between. You had good relationships. Me, for example." This is where he brings Jennifer Lopez's business to the front. He went on to defend his own character, describing himself as a fruitful and supportive partner that she failed to, a faithful rather, and supportive partner that she failed to appreciate. He said, "I was in love with you. I moved out of state to support, to protect, and to care for you." Now remember, this is the beginning of her career. She wasn't big and popping yet. She was just getting big. So there was a frenzy about J-Lo at this point, right? He said, "I moved out of the state to protect you and to care for you. I was in love with you. I, an amazing, loving person, great human being, honest, faithful to you, never lied, never misbehaved, never cheated on you. I was good to you. I am too good of a man for you." The former model turned personal trainer now claimed that Jennifer Lopez's ambitions are what ultimately destroyed their marriage. He went on to say, "You decided to lie. You decided to cheat on me. Even though I stayed, you begged me to keep the marriage intact to avoid bad press. But you went for the fast lane of your career and stardom, not caring about me. You wanted to continue cheating and lying." This message ended with a furious final line. He said, "Tell the truth for once. You should be embarrassed. You should be ashamed of yourself." Well, Jennifer Lopez's interview didn't just spark outrage from Noah, but it also reopened discussions about her complicated romantic history. Her candid admission that none of her past lovers or partners had truly loved her came across as something of a jab at all 4 of her ex-husbands, especially Ben Affleck, whom she divorced earlier this year. Her first husband, Noah, he said, "You cheated on me repeatedly. And even when I decided to stay, you wanted me to keep it hush just so you didn't get bad press, because you didn't need bad press at that time. And I did that. And you still cheated on me repeatedly after that. And that is why I divorced you." So it was him that divorced her. it was him that divorced Jennifer, not Jennifer divorced him. Ben Affleck, on the other hand, he spun the block and went back for Jennifer. "The divorce was the best thing that ever happened to me," she said, speaking about her relationship with Ben Affleck. She said that divorce was the best thing that ever happened to me. It really made me journey into, I mean, it had I had a religious coach. I had a therapist, a couple therapists, an individual therapist. I had a coach to understand addiction. I had everything. I was like, I'm gonna fucking figure this shit out if it kills me. The 2-time Grammy nominee admitted that for years she had sought love without fully loving herself first. She said, and while I was giving all my love, I didn't realize I hadn't learned to love myself. And the men that I was with needed to learn to appreciate the little person inside of themselves. Oh man, I ain't gonna read no more. If deflection and no accountability was a person, right? Now Jennifer Lopez might not mean the same to y'all than like to people like me. Because if you grew up in the era that I grew up in, y'all remember In Living Color, right? In Living Color by the Wayans brothers. And it started with the oldest Wayan. I think it was Keenan Ivory Wayans or one of them. Right. So Jamie Foxx came off of that show. Tommy, damn, what's his name? It's so many big stars came off that one show. Jennifer Lopez was on that show as well, and she was a fly girl. And the fly girls were known as the Nans. The fly girls were known as the dancers, the backup dancers that would dance during the show. And Jennifer could really dance, you know what I'm saying? She did the choreography and all that. So from back then, she would stand out in the dancing stuff. And people were like, well, who's this girl? Because mind you, it was a mixed crowd. It wasn't like she was sticking out because skin color. So to see her go from fly girl, backup dancer to where she started to do her own music, to where people was like, she cannot sing to save her life, but she got a nice ass on her, and the ass is going to take her far. And then it went from that to that to that to she cannot act to save her life, but I'm still going to go see the movie anyways. I hope she takes her clothes off. To where then she got into a relationship with Diddy. She was with P. Diddy for a while, and then the shooting incident that sent Shine to prison for how many years, and then she got married, and then she got divorced, and then she got married, and then she got divorced. She got married to somebody who was famous, Mark Anthony, I believe it was, who had his own millions and his own stardom. I believe that's who she has the children with. She got married also one time to one of her backup dancers, which was Judd. And then Noah was her first marriage, so that's 3. And then recently it was Ben Affleck, which made it 4. You know, we've been following Jennifer from way back before Jenny from the Block or whatever that was that she dropped back then. So to see her now and knowing a bit of her history, and to see her now blaming like, oh, they just didn't have it in them to love me. It's not that I'm not lovable. It's that they were not capable. Diddy loved her too. Exactly, Nans. Diddy loved Jennifer too. I think Diddy actually said, they asked him, is there one that got away? And what did he say? He said Jennifer Lopez was the one that got away. Because he was super toxic while, you know, he was young, new to this stardom stuff, blow up really big and all that. And, you know, he even to this, he was like, Jennifer was the only one that could match his, I forgot the word he used. It's not energy, but his time, his something. But he was like, Jennifer was the only one that could match that. Like, they're blowing up, they're stars. They got millions together and separately. You know, they have all these engagements they have to attend. She understands that life, this. She's a party animal, just like him, all kinds of stuff. She's down to stay down. She's that. And he was like, yeah, she's the one that got away. Jennifer was freaky Jennifer. Yeah, freaky Jennifer. So Jennifer been out here, right? And her name's been in these streets. So to see Jennifer now talking about these men, it's them. They just needed to appreciate the little person inside of themselves, and they couldn't, so they couldn't love me right. And while I was busy loving them, I wasn't even loving myself. Jennifer, if you don't get your big old ass out the way and stop this, you're too old to be doing this bullshit. You're too grown for this, woman. It comes a point in life, and I look at Jennifer like this, right? It's sad. It's sad. I want all women to look at her like this. The beauty fades. I see the comment sections. The beauty fades. Your young beauty fades, okay? That booty don't look like it used to look, especially now that it's attached to who new generations see as an elder, right? So you don't carry the same oomph power no more. Y'all remember Jennifer back in the day, man? Even just a decade ago, right? I really had to be like, Jennifer ass is not that great. I see better ass than that in the hood. Like black girls out here with way better bodies than that. Why are they making such a big deal out of Jennifer Lopez and Kim Kardashian? I guess they're trying to set a standard because they used to make fun of black girls for having big booties. Oh, you need to go to the gym. You have all that fat in the back of you that needs to be worked off. Hit the stair stepper. They used to tell black women these things. And next thing you know, they started making jeans and panties that are padded and doing surgeries to imitate. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning. Yellow, live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
Greetings, respect, and love, my family.
See,
you talk about J-Lo, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she a ball, say,
none of them ever love her.
Who she boss? Like how you said, an artist, like how Evil Cartel then, him boss some other artist. Who she help advance them career? She don't help nobody.
No.
And that alone, me I say.
All right.
Not more.
All right, sir. I don't dance all this, bro. Them people are selfish, boo them boss. But yeah, back to what we did, I said still. Jennifer, leave it to a Jamaican all the time, right? They used to laugh at black women's full lips. Yes, Nans. Them used to laugh after your full lips. They used to laugh after your big round booty. Them used to laugh after everything. Oh, that's so ghetto. They used to laugh after your hairstyles. They used to laugh after your clothing. You know what I mean? Now your clothing turn hood ninja clothing, turn high street fashion, runway fashion, ripping runways across the world. Your body has now become the standard, but they prefer to see it on a white woman or someone who is way lighter than what could be assumed to be black. You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth. Just the truth. So Jennifer Lopez fell into that right there. And they would have cock out the body all kind of way and edit the picture all kind of way and arch her all kind of way to make it look like it was the nicest, roundest ass you ever seen. And Jennifer got far with that. She got far with that until she broke into Hollywood and, she slept around a lot, and that's not a secret. So now she has all this money. 4 marriages down, nobody ever loved me. Her money can't hug her back. Her money can't say, I love you, babe, and I'm going to be here for you regardless of whatever. She must live in a paranoid world like, I'm Jenny from the block. I have all this money. I'm rich. Nobody around me gives a shit about me, though. She's going to have to spend all that money to get friends. She's going to have to spend all that money to get people to even care about her. Because anybody around you, you're paying them to be around you, right? No genuine love around you. And I can't help but to think about what her husband said. He was like, you cheated on me multiple times, and I still stayed. And when I stayed, you said you didn't want me to make it public because you didn't want bad press. Still thinking about yourself. And I did that. And you still kept cheating. And that's why I divorced you. Your junk in the trunk is going to drop, or you're going to have to do all kinds of plastic surgery or whatever. And trust me, it'll never look the same like it used to look when you're young. So Jennifer is going through what all women will go through. Gravity will take its course, time will take its course, and you will end up just being a rich old woman that is lonely. And you will have to pretend that you're not lonely. You know, I love my own company. I love being by myself. Child, it's too rough out here to be in any relationship. People cheating and lying. I don't have to deal with any of that. I'm rich and I love being single. All the time I lie, shall lie. You wish you had somebody. You wish you had chilled when you were worth something. Probably would have still had Ben Affleck today. And Ben couldn't take it no more. You know what's crazy? What's crazy is when we knew when Ben Affleck was about to file for divorce. The press kept asking, how are things with you and Jennifer? And Ben is like, oh, things are wonderful. But, you know, our relationship has its ups and downs, you know. Relationship has its ups and downs, but it's my wife. I love her dearly. You know, we're working on our issues, but we're having a good time being married. Then they would catch them out in the streets. There's this one particular time where Ben was walking down the street and she was just yakking right here. And he wasn't saying anything. And through all that, he still remained a gentleman, like opened the door for her. I wouldn't have opened no damn door for her. I'm going to go in on the other side of the car and lock my damn door. You better hurry up and come in that car for me, drive off and left your ass out there, so make you have to call somebody to come pick you up. That's what I would have done. She yakking. They got to the door. He still opened the door for her, got her in the car, and he slammed the shit out the door. Bow! And walked around to the other side of the door and then got in the car and drove. And somebody was videoing it from like up in the building, which part they were parked under. I was like, damn, they heading for a divorce. Then there was another one when they were arguing in traffic. Well, she was arguing in traffic. He was driving. And she was, and you could see her hand going like this. She like throwing a tantrum in the car. That was after the one where he walked her into the car and slammed the door like that. That man slammed that door so hard his hand came up and came around here. You know, like when you swing a golf club and you go follow through all the way through? The fucking hand came all the way up here. I say, yeah, they getting a divorce for sure. Because they both got too much to lose to be fighting like that in public all the time. If it's that bad in private that you can see that much of it in public, you could only imagine what is happening behind the scenes, right? Only come to find out that was the end of them as well. But no, she is not the problem. Everybody else she has ever been with is the problem. Everybody else she ever been with, they the damn problem. They just didn't know how to love me. They weren't capable. Lulu Richards said, SouFLo, you sound like she left you at the altar, my friend. No, she left you at the altar, Lulu. But I love seeing y'all bitter old women. Y'all be bitter as hell, be pretending you not bitter. Oh, I'm comfortable. I'm happy being single. No, you're not. No, you're not. You wish you had somebody. You tired. You get tired of that damn thing. That thing, that you having multiple meetings with that something that that's not. Sometimes you need just a hug. You can't even get a hug. You can't even get a hug from a man. A real man. Me no say you would like that one big star strapping strong man to envelop you in his arms, lock you in there, you know what I'm saying, squeeze you up a little bit, rub his face against yours, make you know say you're in the company of a real king and thing. You would have loved that. That damn thing can't do that for you. It just do what you do with it down there. And after you do that, you just roll over, still frustrated. Because the hug is worth even more than that. Even the one hug from the man would have worth even more than that. Oh, But yeah, big up to Jennifer anyways, man. I'm out here talking out her business like Lulu said, like I'm my business. Hey, the last one we're going to do for the morning, though. Somehow not stress out the poor little sitting. The poor little tie cam rev. It have gears. And then nothing else after. You want something to drink, babe? I'm going to the kitchen. Baby, all right? Yeah, kiss you up around your neck and then something there after. Nothing. No little hand pie you anywhere, rub you, nothing. That's something that can't do. None of them something there. So y'all be talking that tough talk with that little something that you have in your side drawer. That little side drawer is something that you're human. You still need one of we. With a little rough voice. You know, one time we whisper in your ear in a real man voice and thing and them something there. Yeah, you all right, babe? Yeah. I want me like this, yeah. And them something there. That can't give you that. It gave you one sound, and it only has one sound. And the one sound don't even sound human. Maybe I can make some money off that. Make one of them things that will actually sound like a man. Who knows? Great idea. AI is getting advanced. An AI vibrator that sounds like a man. So instead of going and you trying to block the sound out so you can't think about what a man when you say at a grocery store earlier or something, you have to start think about, you have to think about nothing because you're something that they make sound. Yeah. In them a girl. Yeah. Right. That's a babe. Yeah. Cock up your next leg now. Yeah. Right. That's all right. That's all. All right. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cause I'm not gonna go. That's what the father I'm gonna end up with. Yeah, me have to go link with China Bridget them Audrey. See if we can come up. You know what? Me I write down the idea there. Instead of having vibrators that make mechanical sounds, how about inventing them to make, and I'm sharing this idea so anybody who take it and run with it because them have more capital than me for the development of this, then I would like to see it out there. No slippers. So instead of having vibrators that make mechanical sounds, how about inventing those that make voices of men? Yeah, because you're going to need choices, right? So today you want Darren voice and maybe you like Steve voice better. Or maybe you like John voice today, because one sound different from the other. It can make you feel like you're with multiple guys, even though you're not with anybody. Because some of them fantasy that you want, they're with multiple guys, so you can just go to your little thing and just pretend so you're there with a multiple person, even though you're not. It would save you from having to actually sleep around, right? I'm looking out for y'all. I'm always looking out for you. Always. You know, I promise. This is... this... No, enough different voice tonight. You select a voice here. Yeah, my girl, right? That's all. Today I'm working with my Jamaica and you hear skin out your old girl. Yeah, right, that's all. And then next day you're working with your corporate American Caucasian and you hear, oh my, yes, baby. Oh, wonderful. And next time y'all work with your British guy and you hear, oh, mate. Oh, that me I talk about. I'm here to service you. Anyway, me I move on. Cause my sister somebody I get super upset. Oh man. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Try again in 24 seconds. I don't open this phone the wrong way so many times. I gotta wait 24 seconds to open it. The last thing we're gonna talk about this morning though is dancehall artist Skeng. Because Skeng, but I want to look past Skeng first. right? I want to look on Skeng first. Bunches says that's not hard to do. Well, somebody should have think about it, Bunches, because it hasn't been done. It hasn't been done. It's a simple idea that could, you know what I mean? I'll actually write it down. See that? Instead of making vibrators that make mechanical sounds, how about inventing one that uses the voices of men? And then you can use different voices so she can have an experience of having multiple partners. Right. I mean, you know, you get your new thing with 10 man on it. And every year you drop one improved one like how iPhone do. You have the iPhone 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I see them where you're going to have the new thing. And the new thing are going to have 9 man to start out with, 10 man, 11 man, 12 man. That way. Which one you got, Tracy? Yeah, may have the 07. The 07 got 7 men on it, though. I got the 09. The 09 got 14 men on it. Yeah, yo, my girl, I have one Jamaican brother that on it, or a Rasta. Yeah. I'm if you tell you, I go through things that it could work. It could work. Well, you say patent it? Patent the idea. Patent the idea. I bet you say it and you're going to see it manifest soon. Watch and see. Me not listen to who I tell me about it not going to work. With see there, Charlotte, with upgrade with the new slangs and stuff on it. So you got the old model one just saying old stuff. The newer ones you get every year, you upgrade them, or every 2 years you upgrade it like an iPhone. You know what I'm saying? It has the newer sayings on there. You want to look past Skeng. We don't want to hear no more. We want to take this thing and call it a day, but we want to look past Skeng. Now, Skeng, we're going to talk about you, but we're going to talk about you because you have made it. All right? If you haven't made it, then we will not be talking about you. All right? So big up to Skeng and all that he's doing, but we're going to talk about you the same way. You know, so if you're out there, the weird things we don't understand, we're going to say something about it. So see it here. This is Skeng. Watch his face, because the face we're going to talk about. Y'all see him face? Skeng has tattooed his face. Let me take some of my light off my screen here. So Skeng has now tattooed his face, right? I notice there's like on his forehead, there's like what would look like Jesus on the cross. But if you look under that same eye, on that side of his face, you will see an upside down cross on him chin or cheek, you know, under him eye. And then his whole face just covered. His whole face is now covered. So I was kind of shocked when I saw him. This morning. Cause last time, I don't really look for him. It's not like I'm a follower of Skeng to where I'm looking at his face all the time, right? But seeing what he has done to his face now is like, damn. I mean, I'm all for tattoos. I love tattoos. But I would never get tattoos on my face. Now, to each his own. If you want to get tattoo on your face, that's cool, right? But I've got to tattoo up for him face and him have stuff on him face, so you know, God is the greatest and all these other kind of things as well. But Skeng, I think Skeng tattoo, I want to say, how it looked on him. How him face looked on him. Can I see a lady yesterday claims that she's a prophet. And she hugged up Skeng And she said, this is God's child. This is a God's prophet. He's a prophet of God, or God's servant, and God is going to use him. And I say, not before God use him for get a whole heap of people for tattoo up upside down cross on them face and pop a whole heap of Mali and do a whole heap of things, right? So I guess you have to get used that way first before you can get used for go back and save them same people the way I go frig up. Now, in the world of entertainment and stuff, I think Skeng is also the one, well, no, Tommy Lee Sparta. And it's funny because Tommy Lee Sparta are the one who bring out Skeng. But Tommy Lee Sparta is the one that I would credit for the whole popping of the Mali culture in dancehall music. And then Skeng came along and kind of made the message even brighter. You know, he made the message even brighter, like more appealing. Because remember, Tommy Lee did gone in prison for a couple of years. I think he did like 3 years or so on a gun charge, while Skeng blew up off of a song that he did called Protocol with Tommy Lee. Him face never looked so. Him face wasn't looking like that. Bunches says Skeng looking like a young Frankenstein. Julie Tapper says, Lord, him look like a dead man. Saben TV says, money turned them into duppy. And I've seen Skeng's mom. I've seen his mother. Can buy mother one car. His mother is a school teacher, I believe. He bought his mom a car. You know, them get rich and them do things like take care of them family and them something that those things are to be commended. Big moves. Yeah. You can get so I buy mother a car and things. So that's where I got to see his mom. And his mom really looked like one of them mother there where, you know, one of them woman there in our community where no matter how bad you is, when you see her come, you like, you will hide your things and straighten up yourself and you'll be like, my grandmother was like that. She will make the baddest man in our community like straighten up himself and Miss Ruby, I come, Miss Ruby, I come. Hi, Miss Ruby. Good evening, ma'am. And you know, she was always say our stuff them to them. Like, may I see you in a church Sunday? And them say, yes, Miss Ruby. All right. And it'll be good, you know. Yes, ma'am. And you know, as soon as she leave them back to doing them things, Skeng mom looks like one of those women that command that kind of respect. So even him in her presence look like that. So when we see him face this morning, the first thing I thought of was his mom. And I'm like, I wonder what his mother think. What the hell does his mom think? Y'all know Skeng was signed to Nicki Minaj, right? Yeah, he was signed to Nicki Minaj for a minute. I don't know if he's still signed to Nicki Minaj. But Jason says him soul for riches. Jason, you think him sell him soul? Donna Davis says, I do not like it. What do you mean by him sell him soul? The upside down cross to me, I'm from a wider reasoning. So for me, right, I'm very aware that there are a lot of people in this world who are not Christian. Therefore, the cross does not mean to them what it means to you as a Christian or someone from a Christian background. So then we turn the cross sideways, then we turn the cross up and down, then we turn the cross any which way, and it don't mean nothing to them. But given how Skeng was raised with a Christian background, I know say the cross means something to him. And the way how he has, like if you look, this is the cross with Jesus on it, on his face. This is the one, let me see, the one that is on his forehead up here. The one that is on his forehead is Jesus on the cross. And then the one that is under his eye is the cross upside down with nobody on it. You know? I don't know if I'm thinking, what do you say to your mom? Or is this the level where you're like, boy, mommy, I'm rich now, you know, you can't really tell me nothing still because me understand what you ask about me, I have my own life to live, you know? Kind of thing. Yeah, you never watch Popcorn and Miss Rona? Popcorn, I swear, them two that could have get a TV show. But Popcorn and his mom, y'all ever watch their interaction? So I don't think, I mean, the upside down cross something. Most artists have a persona, says Nans. I agree. And probably the person outside of that persona is completely different, right, Nans? Maybe the person outside of that persona is completely different, but one thing you can't change though. Well, you could change it, but it's kind of like there all the time. Like, me can act like me a gunman, shoot up the place, ignorant, yasso. But then you see me outside and I'm the most quiet person who is well-mannered kind of person, kind of thing. You can put on and take off an attitude or a personality. But when you start mark certain markings into your face, though, knowing what those markings mean to the world around you, because I know say Skeng must know say people are going to look at him and say, then at the cross, you have upside down cross pan him. Remember, I know in every horror movie and them Antichrist movie there, remember say at the upside down cross, they always come with, at the upside down cross, they always come with, you know, when you watch a little Antichrist scary movie them. Right. So why would you tattoo that on your face? Why would you tattoo that on your face? Some things are for entertainment, but I don't know. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Let's Ban TV say Popcorn is an artist who respect his mother, Miss Rona. And Miss Rona will say, come here, make a prayer and thing. And Popcorn will say him two stuff for him say, but him still stand up there and take him prayers and whatever. Let's Ban TV say people don't sell souls. They align themselves with whatever ideology they want. That's more along the lines of from a broader reasoning. That's more along the lines of from a broader reasoning because most people from our background are not thinking that way. Them say upside down cross on your face, a devil you're going to worship now. Listen to the, in combination with the message in your music. You want to listen to Skank music? And basically talk about, you know, putting a lot of strap on the block and pill for your pop and these kind of things. Putting guns on the block, popping pills, you know, mad sitting kind of thing. I guess he have to live that part there though. Me, I want Skank to do something for me. Just like I asked all the other dancehall artists them to do. And it's funny because they did it. They did it not for me. They did it for who I wanted them to do it for. I'm going to close out like this morning. I wanted the artists them was sing about gun and shot boy in a face and marrow fly upon wall and all that. Remember I said I wanted them to talk to the youth them where they can tell them, say, deliver a clear message that says, youth, this is entertainment. We're not really shooting anybody in the face, marrow splashing on wall and anything like that, right? We represent a character, like in acting, a persona, and it stops there. So we don't want to take up them thing there. Me I go want Skeng to come tell you them the same thing. Although I will say this, I remember somebody booked Skeng for a school show, and Skeng did not mince words in his songs. Him sang them at the same song where him sing Outer Road the same way him sing the song them. And I was wondering who the hell booked him for that school show and never tell him say him need to tailor the song them. And the picnic them did in high school I sing the song them just like how them dirty same way and everything like that. Which was crazy because to see that happen in a Jamaican school. So me I gonna need Skeng now to a nation that is widely a Christian nation, even when time enough of we not is not walking in the word or living Christian like. Just knowing what it means. Just come out and make the youth them know say all this right here, so this a part of that. Cause right now Skeng look like a madman. And you have to fear for the youth them that follow him, that really feel like say that's where they should be. I tattoo up my face too. And the problem is Skeng did it right? Like him get rich first, then tattoo up him face. Him get famous first, then tattoo up him. Watch this now. Him get rich first and then tattoo up him face. That means you can't tell him nothing because he got shows booked out around the world. He's traveling, he's making lots of money, he's financially secured, all this stuff. And that goes with what he's doing. But for the youth them where follow him, them will start tattoo up for them own face and them not reach nowhere yet. And then when they realize they can't be a Skeng or even an entertainer, period, where do they go from there with all them something upon them face? So I hope you make that known to them clearly. I say these things and a lot of people say, you act like people don't know that or we can't separate reality from fantasy. Apparently we can't, because a lot of our youths love the fantasy thing like, say, a reality thing. That's why when one of our artists sing gun song, them really believe say him bust him gun for real, him kill people in a real life for real, and then him come write songs about it. Right. When you say Ben TV, you say all the Skeng song them sound alike. I don't think all his songs sound alike. I think he has a signature voice where if I hear him, I can tell that's him. And that's a hallmark of all the artists them who are going to be around for years to come. If I hear Beenie Man right now on a track, I know right away say a Beenie Man. If I hear Vybz Kartel on a track, I know right away say it's a Vybz Kartel. If I hear Bounty Killer on a track, I know right away say it's Bounty Killer. If I hear, I could go on and on with the names, right? I know it is who on the track soon as I hear them on the track. So any artist that is going to be around for a while, they've been gifted with a voice that, if I hear Alkaline right now on a track, me no say Alkaline. What do you name that Intense? If I hear Intense on a track right now, me no say Intense on a track. And mind you, people might have said, oh, you're foolishness him deal with and whatever. I'm not too like him music or whatever, but I'm talking about the gift of having a voice that stands out from all other voices. There are so many artists that I hear and I can't tell who is singing this song. I'm like, that sound like so and so, and people are like, no, that's not him. But it sounds like so and so, and they're like, no, not him that neither. Right? And then there are those who unmistakably, yep, that's him for sure. Oh, no, that's Beenie Man. Yep, Zaga, that's Beenie Man. So I think Skeng have that, where he'll be around for a long time because that voice there. It's his voice. I don't think all his songs sound alike though. All right, I am so late on my way to Jamaica. Well, we're about to end this live right now, so Norma Jean, enjoy yourself in Jamaica. Big up yourself. Wish you could take us with you, but go have fun. All right, until our turn next. Ben TV says his voice stands out, but his flow is basically the same on his songs. So I say I need to switch it up a little bit. Dorothy T said Jim Carrey. Norma Jean, enjoy your vacation, all right? And have a wonderful one. We're going to end it right here this morning, people. Manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in. I appreciate you greatly. We're not saying nothing bad about the artist because we're glad to say make it past the worst, as in he's an international superstar regardless of whatever else we got to say about his tattoo on his face. Controversy sells. So we throw him in on the argument this morning and we start talking about some new things about him, which probably is going to just help him to trend even more, right? We love to see when the brother them make something of themselves and they're able to take care of themselves and take care of their family and take care of them children and all these other things. Because if he never do not know with himself and him a big way with a crush out weed in him hand miggle, we would have definitely have a lot of things to say about him. Go look work, boy, and all these things. So nothing bad. We just have a conversation. Big up on yourself. Shout out to the people going out to work, coming in from work, those who are here on this live to the end of the live. Like my granny, Miss Ruby, said, be good. If you can't be good, be careful. But it's best to be good. And my grandfather, Mas Cleaver, right there, he said, I will see you tomorrow if God spare my life, knowing that I'm not in control. You're not either. You can't gift yourself with tomorrow no matter how hard you try, no matter how much money you have or anything like that. God is in control. So with that said, I will see you tomorrow if God spare life. Walk good. I'm out. Peace.